The people are waiting. Hello.
They are.
It says
Hello.
we're live.
Hold on. Let me pull up my
Hello.
blippity bloppity bloop here and see what it says.
Yeah, I know. I gotta refresh my phone. Hello, everyone.
Gosh, we gotta watch what we say. I can see
Okay,
us.
I see us.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Hello.
Hello. Wow, that week flew by super fast.
Yeah, so. Real fast.
Oh, well, how was your week, Jason?
Busy. Like I'm sure you were busy too. Yeah.
I'm digging that styrofoam Santa star behind you.
I think it's a Polaron, to be exact. I think it's made by the Polaron company. Yep, and that face in the center, it's a celluloid face. He's going to be at the Midwest Holiday Show, so he's gonna make the trip to Ohio.
Cool. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see.
I can't wait
all the things.
I can't wait.
I'm getting excited. I know that's just 3 weeks.
Don't count. It's like literally a blink. It's a blink.
It's not very far away. That's why I'm just saying. It's like
it's like
real fast. We're gonna be here before you know it. So
yes. Anna is doing well. Hopefully this weekend we will have the animal gate that we were recommended to get. So we will put that on the office door. We will open the office door and then slowly move it and get them integrated. But she's doing great. I mean, and they said they needed her to gain trust with us, and she has it. Like, we come in, scoop her up. I've been teaching her that she doesn't have to jump out of my hands to sit her down. We're good. We got to get her good with the boys. So I feel like the potential's there. So thank you for asking, Kim.
Good. All right. I'm going to try. Oh, my goodness. I got a lot of scrolling. I'm trying to get all the way up to the top. Oh, my goodness.
Got a lot of chat going on.
Ooh, hello. Yeah. So we'll say hello to the friends, and we'll just talk about a couple of things. Yeah. We'll briefly go over how the sale is going to work, and then we will get right into it. Maybe. We'll see if she's in the chat tonight, and I'll stop and I'll let you know who's our community share tonight, because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. The first person I see in the chat or in StreamYard. So StreamYard says, is William today. Terry, you just missed it by a hair. Just by a hair.
Hello.
Trina is here with us tonight.
Hello, Trina. Good to see you.
Janine, I get to see you in like a little over a week.
Well,
right? I guess it's more than that. It's like 12 days, but really.
Janine said she messaged me to try to find hotel rooms. If she can swing it, she might be coming to the Midwest Holiday Show if she can do it.
Oh, yes.
If she can do it.
Yes. Even if it's just for one time. Just one time, you just got to see it. You just got to take all the Christmas goodness in just one time. But yeah, that would be awesome if you could come. Perla is here. Hey, Perla.
Hello, Perla. Good to see you.
Kim has joined us tonight. Hey, Kim.
Yeah.
Kim's going to be helping out in the chat tonight. Thanks so much, Kim. Appreciate you. Miss Karen G is here tonight. Karen. Wow. Karen. So many K names. Karen is going to be fit-in for us tonight. I've had a long day. I've been up since like 7 o'clock. We've had community yard sales here in Marshall.
Oh, I saw your post.
And the next town over.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
I can feel my coffee's wearing off. That's what's happening. Shannon is here. Hello, Shannon.
Hello, Shannon.
Good to see you. Brian is here.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian. And Miss Lily Pond Treasures has joined us tonight.
Hello, Sharon. Good to see you.
And there's Grady Group of Vintage Recordings, a.k.a. the other half of the Gillette Corporation.
I'm a snapping fool. I was answering Kim real quick. Before I do that, it's in Canfield, Ohio.
Canfield.
Canfield. I always add S's to everything. It's at
the fairgrounds in Canfield, Ohio. Yeah.
Now, did you add an S to it, Amy?
No. It's an invisible and imaginary S.
Canfield, Ohio, right?
Canfield.
Yes, I did say, yeah, but there must be a delay. So I did say it right the second time. So yes, Kim, that's where it's at. But if y'all are not subscribed to the one and only Grady Group of Vintage Recordings, we ask that you do. It's a very fun channel. He plays music. Of course, it's on vinyl. It's on a turntable. He's dropping tons of knowledge. My God, you guys, it's the same exact name and avatar that you see here on the tube. He's over on Instagram. So please make sure you follow him over there as well. Show those Gillettes some support because they are definitely cheerleaders and supporters of all of us that do this reselling thing here on YouTube, Vamp, and even when we're over on Instagram. So please show them some support and give Grady Group of Vintage Recordings a following. You will not be sorry.
Sharon Spencer's here with us. Hi,
Hello,
Sharon.
Sharon. Good to see you.
Try to not do repeats. Everybody's just saying hello. There's Tina, who I also get to see very soon.
New avatar. Go hold Howard.
I know. It's different.
It.
She changed it up. Meow, meow.
I love it.
For it. Tracy's here. Hey, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
Good to see you. Shannon. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Shannon. And Melanie is here.
Hi, Melanie.
And Emmeline Darlene, I think this is her first appearance on Fantastic Finds. I know. I know what she's here to see. I do. She's here to check out your Mickey.
All right. Checking in from Florida, all the way in from the Sunshine State. All right.
Hi, Emmeline. Welcome in.
Hello, Emmeline.
There is Jason's mom.
Hello, Mom. We get to go down to Wildwood on Saturday. I usually used to call that my $10 pizza back when it wasn't so expensive, but I drive her down for some Max's Pizza in Wildwood. I'm telling you, it's some of the best pizza, Amy. If you ever get to Wildwood, I'll tell you where to go. But
the only time I've ever been to New Jersey, it was on the Turnpike.
Okay.
Many years ago.
We got to get you down to Wildwood at some point. The fact that you love vintage.
I haven't been to the shore either. So.
Wow. That's going to be our Mother's Day excursion. So we'll be having some Mother's Day pizza.
It's going to be fun. Spark Joy in Life is here. Hello.
Good to see you, friend.
Mama Pam is with us today.
Mama Pam.
Hi, Mom. Kim has joined us.
Hello, Kim. Good to see you.
Minx is here.
Hi, Minx.
Trying to see the names that are popping out at me. Chrissy is here. Hello.
Marianne, I love you even more. Marianne's a Philly girl, and she says Max's Pizza is the best. It is. I'm telling you.
You'll have to take a picture of it.
Oh, it's good. Okay, I will. It's good.
Celeste is here with us. Hey, Celeste. Good to see you tonight.
Hello. Good to see you.
Dusty Moose is on the loose.
Hello,
Dusty. Good to see you. Sandy is here. Hello, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Retro D.
Good to see you, friend.
Oh, she's here. Miss KB.
KB
is our community share tonight.
Okay.
And it's a fun one.
Oh, I'm sensing there's going to be some plush maybe coming up. Maybe.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
All right.
Just wait.
All right.
It's cool.
Right.
It's cool. It's cool. I love it. Jason hasn't seen it, so.
No.
Okay. Let's get on. Sandra is here. Hey, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra.
Oh, everybody's just saying hello to everyone. Marianne is here. Hello. Modest.
Marianne.
Modest. Did I say hi to Perla? Perla, if I missed you, I'm sorry.
But it's always good to see
Jason. You get a twofer today.
Yes.
Debbie G. There she is.
Gutierrez. I probably, when I was hosting, said hello to the same person 4 times, and no one had the heart to tell me.
Jason. It's just a bonus. That's all it is. Laura is here. Hey, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
Another Holt Howard yard sale find.
Oh, no way.
Good.
No way.
Tina.
That other one was pretty doggone good. Oh, boy.
I have never run across Holt Howard at a yard sale. Ever.
I don't think a thrift store. I did it at a thrift store, but not at a yard sale.
Nope. I would probably pass out right there on the sidewalk. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you tonight. Joe is here. Hey, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Good to see you, sir.
I'm almost to the bottom. And Wendy just made it. You just snuck in there, Wendy. You got it.
I think I saw Wanda in there too somewhere.
Did you see Wanda?
Yeah, Wanda, I think, checked in there somewhere too.
I might have missed Wanda. Wanda, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, Wanda.
Nothing personal, of course. Okay. Whew. All right. Now that we've said our hellos, we're going to talk about a couple schedule changes that are coming up. So fantastic finds for the next 2 weeks. So next week and the following week will be on Mondays because of travel and show. So back-to-back Monday. So we're talking Monday the 12th and Monday the 19th. So Fantastic Finds will not be on Thursday those 2 weeks. It's flipping to Monday for both weeks that week. Okay. Yep. So that is the first thing. Jason, was there anything that you wanted to mention?
No, I think we covered it. The Midwest Holiday Show is it. And there'll be one more Valentino's coming up before spring break. It'll be next. It won't be this Friday, but it'll be the next Friday. Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk about that.
And the only other thing that I wanted to mention before we start how the sale is going to work, if you guys have not heard about George the Antique Nomad, recently got diagnosed with lymphoma. And there is a GoFundMe link. I did put it down in the description of the video. I shared it on my community tab a few days ago as well, but it's down in the description of the video. If you haven't heard about that, George is like one of the nicest human beings that I think I've ever met. He's just a wealth of knowledge. I look up to him, and I've met him many times in person. He's just a joy to be around. So if you guys feel like you are able to donate, please do so. It definitely will help him out since he's not going to be able to go to his antique shows or appraisal fairs or do live sales, any of that stuff for like 6 months. So that's down in the description of the video if you want to check that out. All right. William says, don't forget to mention my silent auction. Yes. I almost forgot that. I should have it up here to show you, but I do not. It is protected away from the orange cat. So Parmesan can't get next to it. I am doing a private auction over on my Instagram page for a very hard to find Northern Imports Blue Ladybug cookie jar. If you go to my Instagram, it's like pinned. It's the first pinned post there. And it explains everything, how you can bid on it. If you're interested, I'm only accepting bids through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then that'll be it. So I posted it yesterday at 7 o'clock p.m. So it's open a couple days, but that's over there if you want to check it out. A piece of kitsch, very hard to find, that doesn't come around hardly ever. So that is over there. Thank you, William, for the reminder. Okay, let's talk about how the sale is going to roll tonight. First and foremost, you want to make sure you're in live chat, all messages, and not top chat. If you're stuck in top chat, some of the comments are going to be filtered out for you. So always check and make sure. Sometimes YouTube will kick you out of live chat, but just check periodically that you're in that. And because of the lag that we experience here at YouTube, we do recommend that you refresh often. So you can either exit out of YouTube or come back in after you've closed out the app. The easier way is to do so on the screen. So you can tap on the screen. If you're watching on a tablet or a phone, in the upper right hand corner, you'll find a gear wheel icon. If you hit the playback speed and 2 times, if you're lagging behind at all, if you hit that, we will sound funny until you're caught up live with us again. So do that as often as possible, especially before you put in any kind of bids to the chat. That will help you be the most current that you can be. So we are doing all auction style tonight. So we will give you a starting price. I'll pin it up here on the screen. If you're interested in bidding on anything, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. While we are going through the item, we'll give you any kind of knowledge, make sure and give you measurements, and note any kind of issues that the item might have. If it has any kind of repairs or damage or chips or anything like that, we do our best to show all that to you live so you can make an informed decision if you choose to bid on it. We will highlight any of the bids that come in onto the screen, and I will do a 20-second countdown, or we will do a 20-second countdown to account for the lag. It is pretty bad as always. So make sure if you're interested in something to get your bids in early. If you wait too long, you might be sad and come in after the bid end. Okay, so try and get those in early. The highest bid that we see come in before the official bid end of the lovely Karen G will be the winner. And we do have to go by the comments that we see come into StreamYard to be the most fair to everybody. The comments that come into your chat might look like a little different in a different order. That's why we have to go by what we see on our end. Okay. If you have been an active bidder, you're welcome to use the just in case. That's all that we ask. If you put at least one straight bid on the current item that we're showing, then you're welcome to use the just in case during the countdown. The just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item, plus the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case bid is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Do keep in mind, if there's multiple just in cases that come in before the bid end, those do turn into regular bids. Before we get into this next part, our emails are up here on the screen. So you can either take a screenshot. They're down in the description of the video. They're also pinned in a comment at the top of the chat. And my lovely mod squad does a great job at putting them into the chat throughout the sale. So pretty easy to find that information. So if you're a brand new buyer to either Jason or I, you can send us a joint email. We don't mind that. Or maybe it's been a while since you shopped with us. It's always good to just send it again. That way it's much easier to find. So we need an email with your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. Jason and I only do our invoicing in PayPal, but if you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just send us an email with all that same information. Let us know that you want to check out as a guest. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit, credit, and I believe Venmo and Apple Pay as well, as well as PayPal. Okay, so keep in mind, once we do send our invoices out, payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice, please. And shipping. So shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. And we do both use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates versus full-on retail at the post office. So we pass that savings rate on to you guys. You guys pay the same thing that we do. And how your shipping is calculated is from your zip code, the weight and size of your package in relation to our zip code. Okay, we do offer the discounted shipping through Pirate Ship in the US to Canada and Australia. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about when we're doing our invoices this week.
If you purchase from me, I own a brick and mortar called Mother and Tucker's Antiques. I'm located in Ephrata, also part of Adamstown. We're about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. So if you are in the region or you're in the area or you're coming to visit us and you don't want to pay shipping, just let us know by email. We'll invoice you for the item. And then once that invoice is paid for, we'll communicate via email when you want to come to the store and pick it up. So please keep all that in the emails. We don't want to gum up the sale chat, although we want you guys to talk, but we don't want to gum it up with that kind of business. We can take care of that. We can email back and forth. So again, remember, that's just me. And if you're in the Pennsylvania area and you're coming to the shop and you want to pick it up, thank you so much, Kim. That's our address. And we can hold things for a reasonable amount of time. So whatever we deem a reasonable amount of time, we can hold it for you. So if you're coming, in a month or so, we can do that too. So we'll work it out. And thank you as always, Amy.
Okay. As far as packing and invoicing for me, I do ship from Michigan. I will be doing all of my invoicing tomorrow. So I will email you when your invoice is out there at some point tomorrow, hopefully in the earlier part of the day. As soon as I can get them done, I'll just send you an email when it's out there. And I think that's it for me.
All right. Again, I ship from Pennsylvania. I'll be doing the packing tomorrow, but invoices will not go out until Saturday afternoon or evening. So it'll be business as usual for us. And if you don't ever receive the email from us, please just email us back to make sure that we have everything correct. Sometimes there is some pardon me, there could be some error in it. Usually there's not. But again, you'll get your invoices from us probably early Saturday evening. Thank you again, Amy.
All right. Well, are we ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Please don't make me go first. It'll ruin the whole thing.
Oh, he is back there. I didn't even hear him come up here. He's asleep back there. I just was double checking. I didn't hear him come up.
Mom.
Yeah, he's asleep. He's out,
boy.
Which is fine. It's totally fine. A sleeping Parmesan is a good Parmesan. Okay. I have a story about Parmesan. Maybe toward the end of the sale, I might.
Okay.
I might tell it.
All right. I hope it's a good one. Don't tarnish his reputation.
Well, you already know the story.
Okay.
I think you already know it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, shoot. Didn't even put that in there. Okay. I'm going to start. Well, I have a weird mixture of stuff tonight. I don't really have like
Me too.
a theme of things tonight that I normally do, but we're going to start with a little bit of kitsch tonight. This was something I did find over the weekend, and I have not had a piece of this in a quite a long time. And this is the PY, and it is marked PY on the back. Happy Apple anthropomorphic little tea bag holder. And usually this sticker here, which says hand painted coronet. Coronet was like a distributor of PY ceramics, but typically those stickers are long gone. I very rarely see any of the pieces with that on there. This is really good condition. There's like a little bit of crazing on it. Unlike the Nabco one that have the kind of three-dimensional bow at the bottom so it can stand, this one does not have that. So it does have to lay flat. Or maybe if you could find a little plate hanger, you could probably hang it on the wall. I think that would probably be cute. Besides some crazing, I don't see any chips on it at all. What is on here on the back, there's a couple little marks right here that are not glazed over, one on the handle and one right here, and that's where it would sit in the kiln when it would be fired. So like you want to say that that's a chip there and here, but that is like, they have these kind of little pedestals that the pieces sit on when they're in the kiln. A lot of times it's lady head vases or wall pockets that go on the wall, plates and that sort of thing. This does have that on the back, but it's not chipping. All right, but really nice condition on it. I just love these pieces.
I love the sticker.
I will hold the bag.
So
yeah,
good.
The sticker's kind of a bonus because usually those are missing. I will hold the bag. This whole series of little apples. Ariana had the teapot a couple weeks ago of the Happy Apple. And there's different fruits that they manufactured for these as well. Very collectible. It does not involve a nut cup, Dusty, if that's what you're wondering. It does not. Unfortunately, no. Yours is the only one that ever involved a nut cup. No, it doesn't. It does not. Measurement for this is 4.5 by 3.25. All right, so pretty typical size there for a tea bag holder, but we will go ahead and move it along. We'll get Jason started and we will do a recap at the end.
All right, Amy, $12, and I'm going to follow the new old stock theme you started because technically that would be new old stock because the tag is still on it. So $12. I believe this tea towel is probably from the 1950s. It's sort of like a terry cloth tea towel. You can tell it's never been used. It has its original tag on it. If you guys want to, that just lifts off. I didn't really look underneath to see if there was any discoloration from that being on, but since the towel is bright white, I have to assume if you take that off, there's not going to be any discoloration. That's usually some of these new old stock towels that have had those on. Sometimes you can get discoloration, but again, this is probably 1950s. It does say that it, like some of the features on it, it says that it's hand painted, fast colors, super absorbent, and lint free. So it is like a terry cloth. So, and it does say, it says eat, drink, and be merry. So I will open it up for you. Has these great pastel colors. Down here, it's quick dry, it says. So you have some fun 50s colors, that great kind of lime sort of green color, maybe chartreuse almost. Then you have like the teal and the pinks on it. So if you guys are into mid-century, I think this is a super great towel. So it is double-sided. So it is double-sided, so you can hang it either way. And of course, then you have the music notes, the fun kitschy roosters on there. And it says eat, drink, and be merry. So let's open it up here so you guys can see some of the other fun graphics on it. This would be a great towel to kind of pair with maybe your butter print Pyrex because it sort of has some Dutch style themes. It has like a farm and it has the windmill. It has some wheat. And then it has, I think, is that a cannon up there? Yeah, I don't know the point of the cannon, but again, super kitschy. And that's what it's going to look like from one side. So again, it's unused.
I love the colors in that.
I do too. It's unused. There's no damage to the towel whatsoever that I could find. Width-wise, it is about 18 inches wide. So across, it's about 18 inches wide. And then when you open up the towel completely, the full towel being opened comes in around 29 inches, around 29 inches. So again, I think this would be a great piece. The towel is, thank you, Catherine. I think it is. And you can see that it has its original folds in it. So it does fold really nice and is going to go over the handle of your oven or your cabinet door, whatever you want to use. And I think that if you guys have the Pyrex, which is the butter print, which has the rooster on, I think this is going to pair well with it. I just want to make sure I fold it right. So $12 if anybody's interested. It is an old vintage tea towel, and at $12 you can definitely use it again. And these towels, they get softer with age. They get softer with age. I just want to make sure we fold it right. I also love the fact that they're crowing, so you can see the music notes. So again, it is Eat, Drink, and Be Merry, and it's a new old stock kitchen towel. So even if you have maybe, last minute Mother's Day gift, maybe somebody who collects Pyrex, this might even go with the American, the early American as well, although that's more brown. But I thought that would go great. It would also go good with your your gooseberry. It'd go good with your pink gooseberry colors as well. Plus, I love the fact that it has its original sticker on it. So never used, super clean. I would say it's probably feels sort of like a terry cloth towel. So, but again, you can use these. The more you do wash it, sometimes the crispness of the decal or design can start to fade a little bit. So thank you, Catherine. I see you in at 12. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 13 or more on the new old stock tea towel. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We actually bought this on our way to the pop-up, and I had it in a record tote, or when we bought it, they put it in a record tote. I forgot about it and found it this week when I went to put records in it. So great score, Catherine. Thank you so much. We will pack it with care. Enjoy.
Sometimes if I like something like this, if I get this, and then they pack stuff in here and they don't tell me, and then I'm like, boy, this weighs a lot more than I remember it weighing. Oh, there's something in there.
Yep. Yeah. The record case. That's what happened.
Okay. My next round is a watering can. This was something I found over the weekend, and I usually don't see this one. I really like this one. I like everything about this one. Now, this one's not Ohio art. This is U.S. metal for the manufacturing on it. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not rusted out or anything. So I'm not sure it was used very much. Maybe it was just played with, but I don't think that it held any water in there because I'm not seeing any rusting. There's a little bit of wear to the handle, I would say, is where the most wear is going on. Just kind of paint scratches to the tin litho. But let's get up in there and see if we can get some details to focus. So we've got flowers and butterfly. I love this caterpillar down here. We've got a bumblebee, a couple of bumblebees, and then this is really my favorite side here with the giant butterfly and the blue flowers. I just really like that, and I think this is the perfect time to make a display out of this. You could also put flowers in here, not real flowers. If you wanted to, you could, but some silk flowers I think would look really cute coming out of the top. Or I used it for a display, for my promo photos, and I had little Miss Tinkerbell just sitting up here like little Pixie hanging out in the flower bed. So I think that's really cute. So the marking for it is right here, U.S. metal manufacturing right there. That is the second most common one that I see next to Ohio art. and JCN. They did a lot of the Halloween noisemakers, was that manufacturer. And there's the bottom. So again, nice and clean on the bottom. I usually if I see these, they're usually rusted out. But I can't really complain about the condition of it. Just a little.
Kim mentioned the handle. That handle's pretty epic. I normally don't see the handle.
Usually it attaches up here, but I like that it attaches to the spout. And even the spout, no rusting. So that's why I say, like, I don't really think that it was used a whole lot. Janine has this one. Yes, it's really bright. My camera and my colors that are showing it off they're much more vibrant in person than they're showing on camera. Measurement real quick for it before we count it down. It is 10 inches wide, and then 9.5 at the handle. All right. No, Cheryl, we just got started. You didn't miss it. Nope. All right. So Robin's in at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more, and we're going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Laura Pinwheel Vintage just posted her watering can collection over on Instagram. They look really good when you got a bunch of them.
I sold my watering can out of our booth today. So I don't know.
That time of the year.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Robin, it's coming to you. Thank you so very much.
$10, Amy. $10, Amy. This looks like Holt Howard. It feels like Holt Howard, but it's not Holt Howard. So I have this fun lenticular winking dog mug. Okay, I'm not sure who the manufacturer is, but
Jason, I was supposed to look that up for you.
But no, that's fine. I don't believe that. Everywhere I looked, nobody called it Holt Howard. So $10.
No, it's not Holt Howard. I know it's not. I think it's Lipper and Man, if I remember correctly.
It has a red Japan label on it. If you're wondering what this weird thing is on the bottom, it's actually the noisemaker. Okay, so it still has its noisemaker, but the noisemaker does not work. So it protrudes down, and then what would have happened is when you sat it down, it would have kind of retracted it, and then when you lift up the mug, it would have popped out, and it would have made a noise, kind of like the noisemakers. If that's weird to you, you can pull that out. But I thought that was neat that was still there. So that's actually the little trigger that when it sits on the counter, it kind of retracts a bit, and then when you lift it up, it pops out. So $10 if anybody's interested. It has these holographic lenticular eyes, and they call it the Winking Dog Mug. It's in Hello Robin. It's in very good condition. Maybe some crazing for its age, but if you guys collect maybe child mugs, if you collect Holt Howard things, the Holt Howard style things, or you just collect doggies, I think this would be a great mug for you. So you can see here on the inside, it kind of bumps up a little bit. So there's a bump up, but that is where the little noisemaker is located. So they kind of, bump that up on the inside. So measurements on the mug and just $10 on the Fun Child's mug. And a lot of times if they would have washed this, these lenticular eyes, they're just stickers on there. The holographic stickers would have come off. So the dog mug measures about 4.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches across. So it is single-sided. I believe they have, I think I've seen a couple examples of maybe another animal. I feel like I saw
There's a cat one.
I thought there was a cat one. And what I love about this is it has the style handle in it. Thank you, Emmeline. I see you in at 10. Robin's in at 10. It has the indents here where the fingers are, so you can actually hold it. The only issue that I can tell you is somewhere in the manufacturing, they did not finish off the curve right here. So Emmeline's back in at 10, in at 11. So hello, Matthew. Good to see you guys. So we're looking for 12 or more. No chips at all to the piece. He has this fun little pink mouth. And again, just note, we do have a little bit of paint wear right here. And actually, as I feel it, it is raised up a little bit. So that might be some cold paint wear. You can kind of feel that.
I found my notes from July of last year.
Uh-huh.
Lipper and Man.
Lipper and Man. Okay. Yes. I looked all over. Hello, Buttermilk. I looked all over. Nobody was willing to commit. So it's definitely a Lipper and Man. And that is one of the Japan stickers that they used Some of these other companies, when they weren't using their true to form logo, sticker, used just around Japan one. So again, I'll show you one more time. I think you guys can see. I love that he can wink, and he winks with both eyes. So he is definitely this cute little pup. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. No chips or cracks, just a little bit of cold paint wear. Other than that, he's in really good condition. 12 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Robin's in at 12. Thank you so much. I see Emmeline's just in case of 15. And again, the only little bit of paint wear is right there, but it's super cute, super cute. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So it's going to you, Emmeline. I think this is the first time I got to ship to you for $13. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay. All right. I do have a couple Tinkerbell things tonight. And both of the Tinkerbell things I found over the weekend, which was bizarre.
It is.
I think the other thing that I have coming, I referenced it last week during the sale, which is crazy bananas. And then I went ahead and found one. But this came from the same person. And I have seen this doll one time and her wings were broken. When I saw her, they were completely missing from the back. There's just kind of like a little nubbin of the plastic back there. But this is 1960s vinyl Tinkerbell doll. And she's in really nice condition. And I believe that she has everything that she is supposed to have, down to her original outfit and everything. She's even got skivvies under there that are not missing. So somebody took really good care of her and stored her. She did. The person that I bought her from said that she came from Disneyland in 1968.
Oh my
God. Disneyland. But I'm going to try and get up real close to her so you can see her. She's got yellow hair that is pretty good condition. But I don't know. Can you see her lashes? How three-dimensional her lashes are. There's a few Barbie dolls that are like that with those kind of applied lashes. I love the detail. And then she's got beautiful blue eyes. Her wings are kind of a pinky purple, like a lavender color with glitter in there. So her head does move if you want to pose her differently. She's got posable arms, all in good condition. And then she also has her original wire attached here to the back so she can fly like pixies should, right? So it's kind of, there's a little loop at the back of her where I believe this is her original like coated wire hanger. And then there's kind of like an ornament hook, if you will, attached to the end. And back here on the back, so her little outfit is made of green felt. There's a snap here at the back. And then she's got glitter aplenty here on the front. And then she's got little pom-poms on her shoes. The shoes don't come off. And she is stamped Walt Disney Productions on the bottom of her foot.
She looks brand new, Amy. She's very nice.
Very nice condition.
Never played with.
No. I think whoever got her just, got her as a souvenir at Disneyland. And that was it. Probably didn't do a lot of play with her. But yeah, she's in really nice condition. Measurement for her, she is 12. So the 12 inches to feet to head. And then the from the feet to the wings, she's like 14 and a quarter inches. So nice big doll. I think she's awesome. All right. So Robin's in at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. I am going to, that's right, Matthew. All you need is faith and trust and a little pixie dust. Let's count her down. We're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Her legs do move too. She's a little stiff though.
She'd be the centerpiece of somebody's Peter Pan collection.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think she's just awesome. Okay. Oh, Daisy girl. I see ya. I'm sorry I didn't. The chat must be like super lagged or something. Yeah. I apologize for not highlighting that. And Robin did have it just in case before Karen's bid end. So it looks like Robin's going to take it for 23. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right.
All right, Miss Amy. $22. And Tina found this. She found this. When did she get this? I think she got this actually on Tuesday. She got this at an estate on Tuesday. So $22. Usually these are from the Victorian era. I believe this one is. So this is an antique. It is a Flemish. What do you normally call these? I call them pyrography.
Flemish, pyrography. It's the same kind of thing.
Flemish art or pyrography art. So it's the form in which they would burn the design into the wood, and then they would detail it a little bit by burning it deeper, and then they would stain them a little bit to get a gorgeous kind of a design on the back of a mirror. So this one is a fun hand mirror. You can see double vision right there. So it is a beveled mirror. The mirror is in very good condition. Before we get into it, what I love about this is look where the wear is. So you could tell somebody used this. Somebody used this over and over again. So you have all this great patina on here, and then literally right here, you have where the person always had their hand. So it's a hand mirror is always good to have on hand. These are actually fun to decorate with. The last time I had one, it was one of a portrait. It was almost like a silhouette of a girl. This one, I believe, is a rose. I do believe that's a rose on there. There are no chips or cracks to the piece, but there is that patina wear right there. And it does continue all the way down the handle with the leaves. So there, now you guys can get a good glimpse of it. So it kind of has the leaves. So if you imagine, it's kind of like the rose coming up the stem, and then it's blossoming here. Hello, Laura. Good to see you guys. And there is what that looks like. Then on this side, usually these can have some wear. So they use like another piece of wood to actually hold the mirror in place, and sometimes that can disintegrate. This one looks like it's in really good condition, and the mirror has just a little bit of a haze starting to it, but there's no major, discoloration to it whatsoever. And then here you can see that with them using it, it actually wore away any of the design. So the mirror itself measures about 10 inches. So it's about 10 inches from the bottom here up to the top. So it's about 10. And it's about 5.5 across. So we got Marianne at 22, so we're looking for 23 or more. And look at the great detail on that. Now, sometimes they sold stencils for folks to use. Sometimes they free-handed the design and made them on their own. So I can never quite tell you if this would have been a stencil that they used, that like they had a template, and then they did the form of burning, and it would have been like a hot needle in sorts, and then that's how they would have burned it into the wood to make it three-dimensional. So you guys can see that. And Amy's brought multiple pieces. In my store,
I've never had a mirror though. I don't think I've ever seen a mirror.
I know. I was shocked when Tina found this, because before this, I've sold a couple in the shop throughout the years, but this is outside of the girl I had. This is only the second time I've ever had one of these hand mirrors. So, and again, just note that wear there is just a change in the patina because somebody held it and used it. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on this. We're looking for 23 or more. We are doing just in case. It is mirror, mirror on the wall. And that's kind of what I was going for. I'm happy you noticed that. Better be blessed. Thank you. Because this, and even the Napco planter, I have thought I looked like Cruella de Vil. My dogs were Dalmatians. I was kind of going offbeat Disney a little bit. So 23 or more. Let's count it down just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It's weird looking at yourself in the mirror when you're doing a countdown.
I imagine so.
Oh my. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Marianne. There's our bid end from Karen G. Congrats. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's
really I've never even seen a mirror like that.
They're all technically one of a kind. You know what I mean? Like
that's true. But even just a Flemish mirror. I've never seen. Well, that'll give me something different to look for, I guess. I mean, I'll
telling you,
recognize it
they're
right away
fun.
now that you've, like, I know that they're out there and they exist. Okay. I do have a really cool piece of jewelry up next. And usually I look for the micro mosaics, but I have never seen one of these out in the wild before. And we have a glass Millefiori brooch. The person I bought it from said that it was Murano. There's no stamping or indication of that, but I did want to like make you aware of it. I do have a photo in case my camera doesn't want to cooperate, which it looks like it doesn't. But it is clear. So it's clear glass with the Millefiori with the little flowers in there, and it kind of has a black border. So I'll pop that photo up there because my camera just doesn't want to. Okay, there, you can see. So we'll hold it off here and I'll talk about it at the same time. Okay. So it is completely glass, and then it does have a metal casing around the outside, and very highly detailed uniform flowers. That's kind of what you want to look for Millefiori, which I believe transfers to mini flower. So it's like all tiny little flower glass canes that are all kind of clustered together in there, and then it's surrounded by black glass, but in between it's clear, so you can see right through the brooch to the back side. And it does have a safety clasp here on the back. They also said that it was sterling. I don't see any 925 or any kind of markings anywhere to indicate that that is a sterling there on the back. And I don't have any way to test that it is. So I'm not going to say if it is one way or the other, but that is what they had. The pin back is in nice working condition. Everything is the clasp is just fine. The pin does not extend past the clasp. It ends right at the clasp where it should. Measurement for it, it is 1.5 inches in diameter for the brooch. I just love all the colors in there. I think it's really pretty.
Very unique.
Yeah, I've not ever seen a brooch like that in person. Chrissy, I see you. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and take my picture down. There we go. Okay. It's in a different part of StreamYard. All right. So Chrissy's in. Thank you so very much. So we're looking for 26 or more on the suspected Murano Millefiori completely glass brooch. And it doesn't have a texture like you would think that these would be raised. No, it's just a smooth, completely smooth finish. Kind of like when we look for high quality Italian glass, you want to look for smooth surface. It's very smooth on the front and the back. Okay, so let's count it down. It reminds me of candy, little tiny pieces of candy. That's what it reminds me of. So let's count it down. We're looking for 26 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
And again, no two of these are alike because each one of these are handcrafted.
I just thought it was very cool. And when you get it and look at it in person, then you can like look at it up through the light, and it looks like tiny little pieces of stained glass. So it's cool. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Chrissy, congratulations. Thank you so very much.
Something I learned not so long ago when it comes to the Millefiori, if you guys are ever out and about and you look at paperweights or you look at anything that they add that caning to and you see little animals, you have to look close, but in that candy like Amie showed, they'll have little animals in there and they look like little deer, little rhinos. They'll do any kind of little animal. Those are usually by an artist and then they're signed. Those can go for hundreds of dollars.
Really?
So if you guys are ever out, look, check those paperweights, especially those with the Millefiori in there like that. They have little animals in there, you know, where Amie was showing all the different designs like a kaleidoscope. You're talking big money. You go online, a couple different artists. I think there was just a small handful that actually made them. So $22, Amie. $22, Amie. And it's been a hot minute since I've had some Lucite candles. So
oh, wow. Yeah.
These are in very good condition, except some of the cording on the one has come off. So I no longer have that. So that is just your traditional just your traditional, I guess that would be like twine, whatever they used, or string. So you could take some of the gold off and then they both would look identical. Take it off the other one. Or if you want to try to fix them, however you can, I just left them the way I found them. So $22, you're going to get the set. There are no chips or cracks to them. They have these gorgeous like gold flecks on the inside, and these are the 8-inch ones. So, and you do not want to light these, and the directions down here warn you, because Nan might message you and convince you to light your candle, your lucite. You go, Nan, nay, nay. Mine say do not light. And these are actually from Santa Clemente, California. Let's see if we can get that to focus. So
usually when you bring out lucite candles and you mention Nan magically appears in the chat. So we'll see.
I was hoping to see if the Nan potion was brewing tonight. So the only quote condition is they always do sand these a little bit down here at the bottom. So, of course, the bottom you'll see is kind of dull because they sand them off, and then they do fit into your candle stick holders a little bit better. They do that weird, eerie kind of greenish glow.
Weird glow.
They kind of glow like the antifreeze does in a 57 Chevy. And they actually say inside here, it is Georgian copper. It's Georgian copper here on the inside. So even though I say it's gold, it's definitely more of a copper tone. But when the light hits it, you definitely see some gold flecks coming through. So again, you're going to get them both, and they are both in very, very good condition, except for the fact that we have some of the cording has come off the tip of this faux wick. So I'll just show them to you. You know, lucite candles were really hot. I don't know, maybe some of you guys haven't seen a lucite candle. So we'll just give you a look-see. And these are really fun. These are ones that you can keep out all year round. We keep this same size in our living room all year long. And they look great in your mid-century pottery. They look great in glass candlestick holders. So Minx is in at 22. We're looking for 23 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on these. No major scuffs that I can say. Definitely no breaks. So they're in good vintage condition. So 23 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Usually I don't number my things, but tonight I did. So if you guys are here for the Mickey, I think he's coming up in 2 or 3 more rounds. 2 or 3 more rounds, he'll be coming up. So just hold tight for me here. There's our bid end. So Minx, congratulations. They're coming to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I think I'm going to do, I changed my mind. I had it in there, but I changed my mind. Okay. I'm going to do, I haven't had one of these in a very long time. Let me get my board out here so we can balance it. I have a very tiny Boudoir doll pincushion. Ooh. And there she is. So let me put this back here. My light seems like it's doing weird things today. Okay. So there she is. So she's petite, little gal, and she's in really nice condition. She is made in Japan. She's stamped Japan on the back, and I will show that to you. I just wanted to show her sitting for a moment, and she does have her little ceramic feet kicked out, like she's taken a rest there underneath her dress. And I'm going to show her to you a little closer here. So on the bottom, there's the bottom. So it does have, I'm not sure what's in there, but it's just kind of like a stabilizer that's in there to help her balance. And you lift up her dress, excuse me, girl. And that's where her little legs kind of poke out there. And there are holes indicating that this was used as a pincushion. So there's little holes that are kind of around her dress. No pins. There weren't any pins in her when I found her. But then you can go ahead and just hide all those little pins in there. And there she is. Let me move this little ribbon out of the way. So she is dressed in green. She's got her hands kind of clasped there in the front. She's got a little pink hat on. I really like this kind of multicolor silk ribbon that is tied around her. We'll turn her to the back side. And then she is stamped made in Japan right there on the back side. Very good condition as far as I can tell. I usually don't see them this petite. No. They're much larger than this whenever I find them. I don't really see much staining or anything on her little, it's kind of like off-white for her little skirt there on the front. But on the pincushion part, there are where the holes are. There's a little bit of rusting and discoloration where the pins used to be sitting in there. And I believe that the inside of the pincushion feels like sawdust to me. It's not like, and it's not, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like sawdust. It is kind of densely packed in there, and that's what you want out of a pincushion too. You don't want to try and stab it with a pin and then it doesn't go in. That's how you want your pincushions to be. All right, so Robin, I see you. Thank you so much. Measurement for her, she is 3.5 by 4, so 4 inches this way because her little feetsies. As far as I can tell, there's no chips or repairs or anything on her either. She's just really cute and petite. All right, let's yes, you would put the pins, so straight pins underneath there, and then when you weren't using them, you could just pull her little skirt atop and hide those pins, and then nobody would even be the wiser. Yes. All right, so let's count her down. We're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I do believe she probably dates to 50s based on the Made in Japan stamping and things on the back. I don't think she's much older than that. All right. Robin, I see your just in case. Thank you so much. And there's Karen's bid end. All right. So Robin, you did not need your just in case. She is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. $24, Amy. $24. And these are sort of unique shakers. I'll show you why they're so unique because I actually didn't show them the right way in my preview. But these are technically like long neck, tall boy shakers. They're these kitschy Japan little Dalmatians. Tina did touch the bows up. So she did have to touch the bows up. You have one here that sort of has a boy masculine kind of look about him. Thank you, Chrissy. I see you're 24. And he is going to be your 3-hole. Maybe some minimal crazing. You can even see that they kind of have this pinkish style blush on the face and part of the body. This one sort of is the more feminine girl one with her eyes closed. If you want to get it to focus here, you can see her eyelashes. Again, Tina did touch up some of the paint on her bow. They both have their plastic stoppers, and she is your little 2-hole. Okay, so they do have their spots throughout on both sides. So they're these fun little Dalmatian dogs. This is actually under the glaze, those little spots right there. So that's from the factory. So first I'll give you measurements and then I'll show you what they actually do. So this one is 5 inches tall and this one is 5.5. So sometimes you see the shakers, like I know Karen bought the giraffes that intertwine. These tails, if I can do it right, I did it earlier, their tails intertwine each other. So when they sit, they intertwine each other and they go back and back to back with each other. So you take the girl dog and you can see the boy's dog's tail. You just tuck it around like that. You twist it and then they touch and then they both sit. So they have
I love when they do that.
So they have their tails intertwined. I'm not giving it a good effect because I don't want to hold them on a piece of like a piece of board and have them fall. But they do interlock and then they do sit down and they're kind of leaning backwards into each other instead of like the cats I had the other week when they were leaning into each other. Or if you don't want to do that, you can definitely display them like that. But they're meant to interlock with one another with their tails, and their tails have absolutely no damage whatsoever. So I got you, Chrissy, at 24. So we're looking for 25 or more. Let me give you another good look at all the fun spots. Again, if you're into Dalmatians, maybe you know a firefighter that you're looking for a gift. Maybe you like the 101 Dalmatians, but you don't want, something that's hardcore Disney. And maybe you just collect puppy dogs or kitschy shakers. They're all really, really fun. So again, they are a set. They probably would have had Japan stickers on there, but they're long since gone. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on them. Again, we're looking for 25 or more. In great condition. Tina did touch the red bows up. They definitely needed it. So 25 or more, 20, 19, 18, lost count, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I did, Miss Emmeline. I said in my last round, I normally don't mark it, but I did. So you have about another round or two, and then the Mickey's coming. I think it was 3 when I mentioned it, so I think there's 2 more rounds. So Emmeline, it is coming. Thank you, guys. And Chrissy, thank you. The doggies are yours. Thank you. Thank you.
I love when they mold the shakers to interact with each other.
I do too.
That makes me happy.
I do too.
Oh, and the giraffe shakers that intertwine their necks together.
Oh yeah.
So good. So good. Okay. I do have a few higher dollar things tonight, just based on their harder to find quality on them all. And last week, I had a little perpetual calendar with a little Pixie, and she had stockinette wings, and I referred to this particular version of Tinkerbell, and I can't believe that there she was, came out in the universe. I've only ever seen one of these. There's actually 6 different poses and colors available for these, and I can't believe that I have one right now. And she's in excellent condition. I can say that for a fact. There's no chips, there's no repairs. I don't even see any holes to the stockinette, which is pretty amazing. Usually these stockinette wings, it's either the metal framing that has an issue and tends to get really brittle and break, or there's holes in the stockinette. It's immaculate. Really probably the best shaped stockinette that I've seen. It does have applied little mica glitter on the little wingies there. And her little suit, she is dressed in black. And I can tell you that there's other colorways and different poses of her, and she's kind of sitting on a flower. Hopefully you can see that. And then all the little flower petals have little applied spaghetti. She's got a little spaghetti applied at the top of her suit. And then like her little pincushion lady, she's got her feet up in the air like she just doesn't care. I really like how they painted her. Now, she doesn't necessarily remind me so much of like modern day Tinkerbell. She definitely is the old version. And then she's just got a little ponytail peeking out at the back. There is the marking there on the bottom. There are a couple other poses right now on eBay, but you're looking at probably triple or quadruple the price over there on eBay. But anyways, measurement for her, she is 3 inches tall, 3.5 at her little feet span. I don't even know if that's considered a measurement, but with her feet kicked out, she's 3.5, and then 3 inches the other way as well. Okay, really, really nice condition on her. I'm not sure if I'll ever run across another one of these. They don't come up often. All right, so Phil, I see you. Thank you so much. So we're looking for, oh, Aaron just popped in there. So we're looking for 46 or more. I am going to count it down. Anyone that's bidding is welcome to put in the just in case during the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I did forget to mention that her little shoes is kind of like gold painted.
I have never seen one of these, Amy. This is fantastic.
I did an audible gasp. Well, that, and then the doll was like right next to it. I was like, no way. What is going on? All right, bid end is in from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, there at the end, I see Aaron had a just in case of 55, but Miss Christine, good to see you, Christine. It's been a while. Had a just in case of 85. So Christine is the winner at 56. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
We're just going to give the folks what they want. Who am I? We'll just do it old school.
MTuckersAntiques.
We're just going to do it. We're just going to do him. So, Amy, he's going to start at $50. If anyone's interested in him.
He's so good.
I had mentioned that I thought he was Knickerbocker. He's actually made by Gund, and I love saying it like that. He has Gund, very little wear, okay? Very little wear. I believe he's from the 1950s. They actually, in my research, they made two different versions of him. One where his Gund tag is on his arm, or the other one would be on his little breeches. So this is the one that's on the arm. So if you're a purist on these Gund rubber faces, whatever that helps you determine, there's my info about him, okay? He's in very, very good condition, but we do have a little bit going on back here at his feet. So I don't know if those were little like moth bites he has gotten from being in storage, or a condition, but it's nothing major, and it is on the back of his feet. So he is really, really cute. He is a rubber face, so his face is made of rubber. His hands are made of rubber. You can see how I think it's his original bow as well. I think it's his original bow. There's no issues to his buttons here or his breeches, and he will stand on his own. So he will stand on his own. They did, like they do their plush rabbits, they did weight the feet enough so he does, stand there on his own. This is the way I got him, the way he was positioned. I kind of like it. To me, this is the traditional Mickey kind of greeting you into Disney World. And again, he is in really great condition. So his hands were a little dirty in the reel. With these plush, sometimes the fibers break loose. And I think when it was stored, some of the fibers discolored his hands a little bit. So I did lightly clean them. I didn't do anything to his face. But his face, the paint is in really good condition. There's no holes to the ears. You can see, I think that's a little bit of the stitching that pulled through a little bit, but you can see how super clean he is. It's not matted. There are no smells. The pants, the felt to the pants is really good. There's not even any rusting here to the snap. So he was stored one or two of these online. The tail looked like it had disintegrated. There's no issues to the tail whatsoever. The only thing I can tell you is that there would have been a start to years of being stored. You can see those little bites that they started, but they don't go all the way through. And I think that just kind of gives him a patina. So there's a little discoloration at the tops of his shoes, but I think that's from the dark black fabric on him, his fur. I think some of it has discolored. Maybe you could lint roll that off, or that's what the stuffing is coming through. But he is really cute and adorable.
He just looks like he wants a big old hug.
He does. Just hug me, Amy. Just hug me, Amy. I love the fact that the bow is original, and every time I see Mickey, this is the way the bow looks on him. Now this is an old Dutch thing. I love the way his pants are pulled up to his noonie pies. Have you ever heard that turn of phrase? They're pulled up to his noonie pies. So I didn't pull his britches down at all. I left him exactly the way I found him. He came from the same estate as the dwarf did. So they lived a life together.
That's awesome.
14 inches tall, rubber hands, rubber face, no funky smells, no fur coming out. The only condition issue is what we have going on here with the backs of the shoes. So the colors are very vibrant. So let's count down. I saw you, Emmeline, in at 61. Cheryl's back at 65. Emmeline is in at 66. And again, we are doing just in case for active bidders. So we're looking for 67 or more. And I believe he's from the 1950s. Oh, sorry. He is Walt Disney Productions. I know that's important as well. So he's Walt Disney Productions. So let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. He's going to go get you. He's like the Macy's Day. I'm going to get you, Amy. I'm going to get you, Amy. So thank you so much for the bids. I saw Robin in at 67. And again, I think they made a mini with the same version, the same era, the same time. But there's a difference between where the tags hang on them. So Robin had a straight bid of 67. Emmeline had a just in case of 95. So for 68, Emmeline, he's coming back to Florida. He's coming down to you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Congratulations. He's very cool.
I love him.
I can't say that I've ever seen one of him, not even at the doll shows that we go to all the time.
I had to have him to sell.
Okay. I'm going to do my lady head next. And she's starting at 45. She is not an easy one to come by. I did have a different colorway of her last year. And I think this might have been the one that I got at the lady head auction. A few years ago, I went to my very first auction, and it was all lady head vases. There was 287, I believe. It was like one lady's complete collection. And she did have one of these. And I think this was the one that I had, but I think I had the larger version. They did make these in 2 different sizes. This is the shorter size. There is a little bit larger size of these. But this is made by Anarco. And one of my favorite lady head vases also comes in a couple different colorways, yellow, and there's also a full size girl version next to a little picket fence planter as well. But I just love her. I don't know, kind of reminds me of myself a little bit. I love the blonde hair and the little pigtails in braids. There's not really any kind of chipping I can tell you about. There's a couple little glaze slips on the back, and I'll show that to you. There is a little bit of crazing, but really she's in excellent condition. Probably the nicest condition lady head vase. The only kind of like issue, and I'm being nitpicky, is that all the little polka dots that you are seeing on her little hair kerchief and down onto her little shirt, that's all cold paint. Okay, so you can see some of the little polka dots have some little paint scratches and a little wear. You can see that one back behind there has a little scratching to it. The ones up here are a little bit more faint than the ones up front. There's a little, just kind of little minor paint scratches on her, but she's just amazing. So she is stamped Anarco down here at the bottom. And on the back, I don't even know if I'm going to get this to focus, but down in here, right in here, there's a couple little glaze slips. So the glaze did not take right there. Those are not chips. It's just kind of like it's indented, and perhaps it might have been a bubble that popped also. But I don't believe that those are flea bites because they don't have an edge. They're more indented, if that makes sense. All right. And measurement for her, she is 5 3/4 inches tall, 5 3/4. So I believe the larger size is around 7 inches, 6.5 or 7 inches, just slightly larger than this one, and about 4.5 inches wide at the little piggies. The little piggies. I just love her. She just I don't know. I look at her and I think spring and summer.
She always reminded me.
That's what I always think of. And I think she would look so cute if she had tulips. Those like tulips you can get off of Amazon that are kind of realistic looking. I think she would look so cute like that.
She always reminds me of like a Little Red Riding Hood, but in blue, of course. But of course in blue.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
So, and then she does have a little bit of gold. So there's a little bit of gold detailing in the bows and in her little tie there. But her face is like one of my favorite lady head like faces, like how they painted her, and her eyelashes and just everything. Just really like her, but no chips, which is crazy. Just a couple of those little glaze slips there on the back. And on the inside, I can't really, I mean, besides a little bit of dust down in that crevasse that I cannot get my hand in there, I don't think that there was ever a plant in there. I don't see any calcification or major staining or anything in there. So I don't even think she was used. All right. So let's count it down. We are looking for 46 or more. Robin is in there. Thank you so much. So let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid at.
Nan's coming for all the candles. She's coming for them.
She would be cute for 4th of July.
Absolutely. She's great with Miss Priss too. Like if you want to
Oh,
mix
yeah.
all that color.
Absolutely. All right, bid end is in there. Robin, I saw your just in case. Did not need it. She is coming to you. Thank you so much. Nan, you missed the Lucite candles.
I think somewhere
But we whispered your name, Nan, and you appeared.
Instead of like baddie senses, it was like lucite senses.
I know.
There was like a beacon of lucite up in the sky. So $40, Amy, $40. And for your $40, you're going to get a Victorian era album, a small one, and it has 15 cabinet cards in it. So, and they're very unique cabinet cards, or black and whites are in there as well. So for your $40, here is what the front looks like. You can see there is some wear and fading to it, but it is this gorgeous picture of this courting couple. So they are courting each other. You can see her and him there. I don't know what he has in his hands. I can't quite make that out. I don't know if that's a cap or what's in his hands, but you can see that there is wear to it. The spine is missing some of the cover on it, but it does have its clasp, and as long as you straighten up the pages, it will shut. Okay, so there's what the back looks like. It is like this pleather kind of back on it, which I believe is original somewhere, and this is a smaller one. So this would be like smaller than the ones that we normally see, the bigger ones. This one measures 9 by 7. So for $40, you're going to get the Victorian era album. Man, words were tough. You can see with the flowers on it and the couple. Again, note there is some wear to it. So you're going to get it with the cabinet cards here on the inside. So let me open this up. They did actually have this in, and I left it. It's actually a church. They had cut out like a picture of a church. So it's actually from part of a mass or part of a service. So that's going to come with it. So you're going to get that. So then here's what the inside looks like. So I will go as fast as I can, guys. I don't want to destroy it. So I saw everybody's bids. Thank you, Robin, in at 40. Marianne is in at 40, but back at 45. So here are some of the pictures you're going to get. We'll hold it back like this. Hopefully you guys can see. It does look like the same family. You can tell that they have a lot of the same features. And a lot of the studios are from Allentown. So they're from the Allentown area.
Oh, local to you.
Yeah, this came from a local estate, so it's probably very regional. So you're going to get those two photos in there. And I think that could actually be maybe a wedding photo. I believe that's a wedding photo. So you'll get those two in there. Again, some of the pages are loose. Then you're going to get those two portraits in there as well. And again, they're all cabinet cards. They're that thicker, cardboard, and they say where they are from. The pages are still attached to the book, but because of the spine, the way it is, it wiggles a little bit. I cannot figure out if these guys, what they were part of. So whoever wins this, if you can tell me what they're dressed up for. We have the whole family. They're done up with the sash or the banner across the
it
front.
Looks like they have the service ribbons on with the bullion fringe. That's what it looks like to me.
I kind of feel like it is too, but I cannot make it out. I did with my magnifying glass. So if that is service, then this might be, I don't know, World War II era of album. So you're going to get both of them. And both of these boys, they're different. They're both different.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Could
be Masons, Phil. There were a lot of Masons here in the area. So you have that, and then you also have then the third one, okay? So I'm not too sure. I did my best to try to look and see. I didn't want to pull the cabinet cards out because you have some deterioration. So this one here, this piece right here, that piece of cardboard is loose. It's coming off. So I don't want to pull them out anymore. I tried to read. It just looks like, it's embossed and it's white on white. You would think that if it was Mason or something, I can't make out what it is. So whatever service they're in that little piece of paper, I'm just going to take out. I'll make sure it gets packed with it. But other than that, then we have a little baby. So you have a baby. So God, for your 45, you're getting 15 of the cabinet cards, plus you're getting the antique album. You're getting both of these. And again, all of the portraits were from Allentown. I don't know if you can see Allentown there by my finger. So you have these two lovely ladies. You're going to get them. So again, all dressed in their Victorian attire. And then this one here, You're going to get those two. And you can see some of the paper is a little loose. Again, this is the way I found it, the way I got it. So that little piece, I'll make sure I lay it all in the book. Maybe you guys can repair some of it. I'm going to be careful here. And then we have this young little lady right there. None of these are tin type. They're all cabinet card type. And back here, I'm trying to see what it says. This says mother and father. So that must have been the mother and father. And then this is they were the great grandmother and father. So, and then they must have been the great grandfather and mother of that little one right there. So again, I believe this is all a family album. Those two pieces of paper I will put in. So the clasp is still intact. Yes, and a lot of the gold still remains on the side here. And this is one of your smaller albums that measures 9 by 7, and you get a total of 15 cabinet cards on the inside. So for whatever it sells for, you get the album, which maybe you know someone that wants to restore it. I kind of like the patina to it. If you get all these pages in line, you can close the clasp, okay? So there you go. Again, with the courting couple in the front, please note we do have some wear and some discoloration. And if this had felt on it, which I don't really believe it did, I just believe it's like a textured kind of cover, we do have fading on the top. So let's do a countdown. We have Mary in at 45. All the pictures and cabinet cards are period correct. They're all antique. So we're looking for 46 or more. We are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. When I try to disturb that one and the cardboard moved, I got a little piece of cardboard on the keypad there. So thank you guys so much for your interest. Again, unique, one of a kind with the family pictures. You can do what you want, put it on display, take out the cabinet cards, whatever. I just think it's a really neat antique piece. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Marianne, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. It's staying in the region. Thank you guys. And thank you.
I love to look at those, but I don't see them very often with the cabinet cards still in them. So It's always a treat to be able to find one and then look at it. I love that piece of history. I love to look at those. Okay. This is going to be my last like high dollar thing of the night. And it's definitely, out of everything tonight, it's my absolute favorite. I have brought these to sales before, although not very often. And this one, I've never come across this one. This is the My Mary Dolly's Hostess Closet. There's a whole series of these particular little closets that have different themes, and then items mimicking like real life adult items, so that the children could play with the same products as the adults would play with their dollies. Now, I will say it is complete except for the Pepsi Cola little carrier. Okay. And I will talk about that when I get here, but everything else is in here and complete, which is crazy bananas. This is from 1958. It is stamped here on the bottom, down here in very tiny print, 1958. And so this opens up and reveals everything inside of the closet. And I'm going to pull some of these things out so you can really see what is in here, because some of this is just absolutely fascinating. Pam, I see you. Thank you so very much. Up in the corner, we've got a little game cube here with checkers and cards. I am going to pull these out because these are just, I can't believe that the stuff is not lost. Tiny little checkers in a little container. Look at this tiny little score pad.
Crazy.
Little score pad. There's a tiny pencil. There's the checkerboard, of course. And we've got a tiny little black box of playing cards. And yes, there's cards in there. So that's number one. But this right here, this hole here with the napkins and plates and spoons. So we've got little tiny paper plates, little wooden spoons. But look at the little Scotty's napkins.
It's crazy.
Stop it right now. I can't with these.
Did you just say stop it right now?
But look at the tiny little box of party straws.
Yeah.
With actual little straws. We've got all the balloons. We've got coasters. And look at that little who recognized that plaid cooler?
Like the Scotch cooler.
Yeah, Scotch cooler. Mm-hmm. And then down here, we've got a little flower vase with the little millinery flowers. We got a little serving tray, the rest of the cups in the pitcher. Now, what is missing is the little, so it would have been a little cardboard carrier with the Pepsi bottles in there, but we do have the ice tray. Okay, so everything that's supposed to be in there. I did find some that were sealed, that were complete. So this is a replacement in here, and it's just kind of like a little wooden carrier, and it does have little tiny cola bottles in there. So that's kind of like a stand-in, if you will. But otherwise, all the other pieces are there, which is crazy that this is just like this. This is probably the most complete one that I have found over the years. And it's really nice condition as well. So measurement for the box itself, before we count it down, it's 7 by 10 by 2. Okay. And I will do my best to kind of pad around all this stuff so it doesn't move around in there when it ships. But I'm not sure what is my favorite thing in here. I don't know. That little tiny box of straws is pretty amazing.
I like the cooler.
I do like the little box of napkins.
It's good.
Just kind of geeks out. And I don't know if the cooler opens. I didn't try that. I'm not sure if it opens, but look how cute.
God.
Yeah, what does it say? Oh, it even says Scotch cooler on the side of it.
So good.
Ridiculous. Okay, let's count it down. We're looking for 51 or more. Pam's got the high bid right now. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That cooler is definitely Barbie size. So, I mean,
it is. Yeah, I think all of that would be work with Barbie size. All right, Nancy, I see your just in case. I see Pam's got a just in case is there as well. And there is the party bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, so it looks like Pam is going to be the winner at 59. Thank you so very much. Thank you, everybody that was bidding. And thanks, everybody that's hanging out with us tonight on a Thursday. We appreciate you guys so much being here with us.
Absolutely. $22, Miss Amie. $22, Miss Amie. And I have seen people add this planter to head vases. So this fits great with your head vases, although I'm going to call it a planter. I'm not sure the manufacturer. I believe I sold one of these, and I think it was Lefton. I think mine had a Lefton sticker on the bottom, but Amie, correct me if I'm wrong.
I've never seen that, Jason.
I sold one of these before. Actually, I think I sold it at the store. It wasn't on a live. Tina had one of these in her collection. Tina had collected poodles for a long time.
I feel like perhaps I've seen a cat like that, maybe.
Gotcha. Well, again, with these little flowers on the top, usually Lefton did that. I guess Napco did as well. But I believe somebody added these. I don't know if these are factory. These are little.
Are they flocked or is it felt?
Well, hold on. Well, no, they're little felt eyelashes. So they're little felt eyelashes that are attached, and they gave it a felt little tongue. My God, a little tongue right there. So $22. It is a planter, and this is truly one of those planters that could double as a pencil holder. It could double as a makeup holder. I think it doubles as a really cute figurine. If you guys are into poodles and kitsch, I think this is a pretty, pretty iconic piece. It has luster to it, so it has like that carnival effect to it. My lights are washing it out, but it definitely has a turquoise baby blue bow on it there. And then each one of these little rosettes up here, they're little applied porcelain. They're all in really good condition. So if you guys are into the pastel colors, plus, I mean, he's wearing, this is great for summer. He's wearing one of those like straw style caps that the fellas used to wear back in the day, you know, in barbershop quartets and stuff. So you can see the long ears. I love those long ears. There are no chips or cracks to the piece. There might be a little bit of dirt on the inside. I did my best to clean it out. I think he or she was used as a planter at one time. So again, you can see, let's see if we can get it to tilt a little bit. They did airbrush pink here in the mouth. They did airbrush. There you go. Now you can see some more. They did airbrush blue, but he's overall white. And they did airbrush some pink down here at the feet to kind of, you know, highlight each one of the little paws on little pupper here. And I love the long ears. This is just a super cute piece of 50s or 60s ceramics. Thank you, Melanie. I think it's so adorable as well. He or she measures 5 inches tall. So it's a nice, big planter, 5 inches tall. Could be one of Aunt Bee's dogs. Absolutely. And
I wonder if there's another one. Like because if it's a boy, I wonder if there's a girl dog.
I don't know, but I do know that I sold one of these years ago, but it was at Mother Tucker's. Tina had this in her collection. So this is definitely, especially with the numbers on the bottom, it's definitely not a hobbyist piece. And hers had luster wear as well, too. In the bright lights in the room here, he or she's really getting washed out. 4 inches across, no chips or cracks. You can see the nose is painted, and the nose is, of course, they glazed over it. Then those are felt eyes, and those are actually pretty done. They're cut pretty professionally. I don't think that was some hobbyist job. And then I love that they gave it a little tongue right there. No chips on the corners of the bows. We have the long ears that hang down, so it kind of looks like he's got scrappy long hair, and no chips to any of these little flowers that I could find. I know I guess it was a year or so ago, I sold a bunny planter that was, I don't know who made it, and they made 2 versions. One, it had the luster, one, it didn't. So this could be the same where you might find the dog that doesn't have the carnival or luster to it. So hopefully that's reading on your screen. So Nancy, thank you so much. I see you're 22. One more time, big pupper dog here. It is a planter. I have seen people, say that these fit in with your head vases. They have that same kind of look. And no chips or cracks. 5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. So 23 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on him. Super cute, kitsch, 50 ceramics. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 23 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Again, I love the multimedia going on here with the felt or flocked, the airbrushing, super kitschy, great 50s or 60s. I love it. There's the bid end. Thank you so much. So Nancy, coming to you for 22. Thank you so much and congrats.
Congratulations. Okay. This next piece also is a little on the harder to find side. I don't think I've ever come across one of these. I don't think. There's also a series of these. Now, this looks like it wants to be a Joseph Originals. It is not. It's made by Arnart, and I'll show you the bottom. So it does have the good old Arnart foil sticker there on the bottom, and a difficult series to find, and also a difficult series to find without any damage. There's a lot of opportunity for chipping and repairs and all sorts of things with this. Lots of little tiny things, but no damage to her. None that I can find. There is some crazing in the glaze. All right, but this is referred to as the angel ballerina or the pixie ballerina. I've seen them called both things. And I think that there's 5. I think there's 5 different colorways and poses of these. She is dressed in kind of like peach, like a peachy colored dress, and then she does have green kind of wings coming up, gold applied little bow, little tiny flower applied here at the base. She has kind of spaghetti gold trim around the her dress, or her tutu, if she will. And there's the back. I could not find anything wrong with her except for some crazing in the glaze. So she does date to the 50s. Like I said, if you look up Arnart ballerina angel or ballerina pixie, you can see some of the other colors that are out there. Although I have never found one of these before. And yeah, I just can't believe that there's no little repairs. I checked and checked and checked this. Even in all my lights up here, I just couldn't find anything wrong with her. But I think she would go great with Pixie. She would go great with Angels, although she doesn't have a halo. But she would go great with some of the other Arnart figurines, but ballerina things in general. I just don't see. Hello, Nikki Moss. Good to see you.
She reminds me of like a fairy, almost doing like a dance. Like she would
Yes.
go good with your fairies.
Yeah. Which is, and I like that they did the wings a different color from her.
Yep.
And that's how they are all painted like that too. But I definitely think Arnart and Joseph Originals love to copycat each other. And that's why the face on this looks nearly identical to some Joseph Originals figurines from the same era going on. So there is the bottom there. It does say ballerina angel. I've also seen them referred to as pixies, though, from collectors. And then the Arnart sticker is kind of up in there a little bit. Most of it is still present. Measurement for her, she is 5 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide. And Nikki, I see you. Thank you so very much. So let's count her down. We're looking for 31 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a bid end. Yes, it is a good price. I agree. These can go for quite a bit, I have seen. All right. Nikki, I see you just in case. And there's the bid end. All right. Congrats, Nikki Moss. She's coming to you. Thank you so much.
I about died when Tina brought this home. She got this at an estate on Tuesday. I love him. He's going to start at $20 because I don't know if you guys know, but they say you need to have a house hippo for good luck. Or if you're going to use this at Christmas time and you want your hippopotamus for Christmas, I got it for you. And I believe
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I believe, oh my God, this plush hippo is probably from somewhere between the 60s to the 1970s. All right. He or she is in very good condition. They have their original tag. Okay. And the tag, it's made by Broadway Toys. So Broadway Toys. This either was sold in a store or was like a carnival prize. It is higher quality enough where there is wire armature in the legs that you can feel. So you could bend the legs if you want to. Okay. So there is wire in here. I don't know that I would recommend. I know. I want a hippopotamus.
Jason gave this to me for Christmas.
I'm telling you, if you guys love kitschy stuffed animals, this guy is in super good condition. Okay. He is brown in color. He does have the, of course, these applied plastic hard eyes. There's no scratching to it. There's no issues to the pink ears whatsoever. Here, my favorite part, he has a tongue.
He's got a tongue.
They actually gave him a fabric tongue on there. Karen, I see you're 25. He has his applied teeth here. I hope that's not getting washed out. He has his applied nostrils, so they're all intact. And then, they give him like the little dimples,
the whisker dots.
Yep. So they're present.
I didn't know hippos had whiskers, but that's a whole other thing.
But his arms, you could pose him like if you did a hippopotamus for Christmas. Look, I just noticed.
Look at his feet.
Oh my God, the pads on his feet too. Because his arms were down the whole time. I didn't know they did it there too. Oh my God, I love this guy. He is filled with, I want to say he's firm. So he's firm. He's not filled with like your normal stuffing. It's the carnival doll style stuffing. They're kind of firm and hard. But it's not all broken up and loose. But I would say what makes me say he's a little higher end is the fact that they actually put the wire in the legs. So I don't know how you would or how you want to bend the legs. I'll let the new owner figure that out. But he sits. He even has his little dingle-dangle tail right here with no condition issues whatsoever. And the way I measured him sitting, and I love how he's kind of like, you want me for Christmas, Amy? I'll be your hippopotamus. I mean, I love this guy. The way he sits, he measures 16 inches tall. I believe he has his original ribbon and bow here on the side. This is the way we found him. That's the way I left it. In true carnival doll fashion, he has, I don't know what they wanted you to do with these. They have those little rickrack tags. So I don't know if they wanted you to hang them or They hung them at the carnival, but oh my God, he's cute. And he has no smells. There's no weirdness to him. You know, sometimes these can be stored in a damp basement. There's no funky smells or anything. So again, I do believe he's probably somewhere between the 60s and the 1970s. Broadway toy. It says on the back here, it says all new materials. He was approved in California and Ohio and Massachusetts. So he has all his shots to be in those states. And he's out of Brooklyn, New York. So he's a New York hippo. So again, you can adjust his face here however you want.
I think he's from the Bronx, Jason.
He is. Yo. I'm your Bronx hippopotamus. Like, yeah, I'm down with the potamus, y'all. Karen has got him at 25. God, I love him. He's so great. Thank you, Heather. I think he's super cute. And again, they say you need to have yourself a lucky house hippo. Right here you go. Kitschtastic plush in the flesh. So 26 or more. We're counting them down just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yo, I'm down with the potamus in the hizzy. Schnizzle, dizzle, dizzle. Give him a little hat.
I have no idea what you just said.
Oh my God. I have no idea what I just said either. There's the bid end. Karen Lord. Oh, Karen Lord. Oh my God. You got my favorite thing of the evening. Please, please, please give him a good home. We have
okay, Karen.
Okay. All right. You're going to live with Miss Karen.
I think he's going to be stolen multiple times.
Oh, I love him.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right. Okay. Usually I do linens at the beginning of the show, but we're doing it now. I do have a tablecloth tonight that I thought I would bring because it's kind of spring and summery with pink flowers. So I did freshly launder this, and I don't think Mama Pam's here anymore, but I didn't iron it. I didn't have time to iron it, but it is freshly laundered. It didn't really need much of anything. I did not, when I found this, I didn't really find any kind of issues with it. There might be a very couple like tiny little faint stains, but I really couldn't even find any to point out to you. But it's really nice and pretty. I'm not sure what kind of flower that is supposed to be. Maybe a plumeria.
Don't ask me.
That's kind of fancy for me to say, but I have a brooch tonight coming later that like kind of matches that. I'm not sure what kind of flower that is, but it is. I'm going to try my best to show it to you. It does measure 59 by 52 and a half. Okay. Let's see. So it has kind of bigger clusters on the corner, and then it does have like a little edging, but then the whole thing, the whole center has got little tiny buds all the way around. And you know me, it's so hard to show these, but I love these. I can't resist. So I'm going to try and stand up and back up without hitting my lamp. We don't need that to happen again. But there you can see pretty much overall. So it's got those clusters in the corner, and then it has a tiny little, like a smaller one there, kind of halfway. And then it continues on. I'm going to try and rotate here. Rotate. So we can see all the corners. But it is nice and clean. I don't see any holes. Really not any kind of issues with it. It's very nice and clean. And pink, for whatever reason, is one of the hardest colors to find for, I started that wrong. It's supposed to be 16, not 18. I apologize for that. So it's 16, not 18. So sorry. So 16 for it. So it's not a rectangle. I would call it more of a square, even though it's not completely square. 59 by 52 and a half. So I would say like a square or a round table would fit it just fine. I myself have like a pub style table. So I use vintage square tablecloths on mine. And they just have a little bit of overhang on the side, not super long, which is kind of, I like that. But it is just kind of little buds. They're all throughout the center. So yeah, it's really, really pretty. And I think great for spring and summertime with pink. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. So let me count it down. I spent too much time on the liddeds. We're looking for 17 or more. And again, it does smell like Gain. I always like to note that it does smell like Gain laundry detergent when you get it, because that is the laundry detergent that I use. Okay, so we're looking for 17 or more. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. I can't see. 12, 11.
I'm over here, Amie.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, bit end.
I can't do it. You guys, my hat's off with those linens. You fight with them. I
will fold it much better, Nikki. I promise. It won't come all
hard enough to hold up.
I'll fold it better. But I like once I launder these, I try and keep them away from the cat so it doesn't get cat hair. So I try and protect that from happening. All right, Nikki, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$18 choice, Amie, and I have some antique hat pins. Okay, so there'll be $18 choice. They're all longer hat pins. I don't know. I'm not a steward on a lot of Victorian knowledge, but I do know that usually these longer ones are of the Victorian era, and when they are black, usually they're considered mourning hat pins. So one of them is made of like a celluloid plastic kind. The other two have amethyst glass in them. So, but it reads black on the screen. So your first one to choose from is going to be this one. This is the one with, we'll call it the plastic tip. It's 11 inches long. There's no bending to the hat pin. I can tell you one thing. Back in Victorian time, if you got on the wrong side, I mean, these will hurt you. So these will hurt you. So 11 inches. Here's what the tip of this one looks like. Let's get my hand in here so you guys can see. Look at the great detail on that. I just think it's a gorgeous hat pin. Usually these larger pins are older, and when they're black like this, I've heard a lot of people kind of refer to them as mourning. Usually that's when they would wear these black ones. So there is the tip on that. So that's an earlier style plastic one, $18 choice. These longer ones, especially these ones with glass, it seems to be on other platforms, they're fickle. Some go for 100, some go for 50, some go for 20. So this one we're going to call small, although this is the longest one. This one, no, I'm sorry. This one, yes, this one is 11 inches as well. So here in the center, this is amethyst glass here in the center. Wow,
that's really pretty.
So you can see all the great detail on here, and you can kind of see when I tilt it up on my end, you can see the difference in the center where it reads purple. It has like a purple hue to it. Where the outside,
the edge, I can kind of see it.
Yeah. So when you hold this up into direct light, you'll see the purple come through, but it is amethyst glass. So here is the tip on this one. And again, $18 choice, the 11 inches. And here's what the tip looks like in the center. Let's see if we can you can kind of hear that they are both glass. So they're glass. So I normally am not fortunate enough to have these style hat pins. Usually I have smaller ones, but there was an estate that a fella came in and he was selling I think it was his grandmother's or his great aunt's collection. He did not want any of these. So she actually has one that they call the eyeball. So I don't know what we're going to be doing with that one, but I thought these would be a great choice round. Thank you, Glowy. I see you're 18. So this one we're calling small in the essence that the top is small, but it measures 11. The first one I showed you is like the harder, we'll just call it like a plastic. That one is 11 inches as well. But the one with the largest top is coming in at 9 inches. And you can see that these are all straight with minimal wear. The other two have really no wear to the pin part, the stick part. And this one, look at that. Let's get my hand in here so you guys can see the great detail. And that center is amethyst glass. And I'll spin it like that. So hopefully if it wants to focus, there are no chips or cracks at all to the glass. And again, the glass and the plastic, we'll call it, are really, really collectible. But that's a larger top. That's probably Thank you, Robin. I see your 19. The top on this one, diameter-wise, hold on here, is probably, it's about 1.5 inches. And then let's see if we can get my camera to show you. It's so dark, but you can maybe start to see the difference of the purple in the center versus the black of the plastic. So, and the way we'll claim them, this one I'm calling large. This one I'm calling large. Look at all those diamond cuts on there. So this one's large, although it's not. It's the 9-inch one. So this one you'll claim as large. And this one has the black plastic with the amethyst glass in the center. So that one we're going to call large. This one we're going to call small because it is the smaller diameter top with the glass in the center. And you can sort of see here that it's just kind of like a rounded, polished piece of glass in there.
It looks like a hat.
It sort of does. I will say that all three of these together, displayed together, they're very elegant. They're very classy. And I love the fact that they're long enough. You can lay them on your tabletop. So if you have a vanity, you can use them that way. You can use these long ones. I know folks stick them in arrangements of flowers, whether they be real or fake. So these have, and you can definitely use them again if you want. And then this one, we're just going to call, this one we'll call plastic. So again, that one we'll call plastic. This one we are calling small. And this one we're going to call large. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Let's see if I can hold them all so you can see them all. We're looking for 20 or more on choice of the Victorian era hat pins. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end again. This one here we're going to call plastic. This one is going to be small because it has the glass in there and it's small. And this one we're going to call large, although stick pin wise, that's the smallest. So thank you all for the bids. There's the bid end. So Robin, at 33, you get first choice. Glowy, you're back up at 32. So Robin, let me know, did you want the plastic one, which has the most amount of detail to it? So that one is plastic. This one we're calling small. So hopefully you guys are seeing all the great detail on that. So that one is small. And then this one we're going to call large. So all again are antique, came from the same exact person. Plastic, small or large. Plastic, small or large. And Glowy, you'll have backup. I'm trying to watch my phone. It feels like we hit a pretty bad lag there. So plastic, small, large. I would love all three. You are correct, Robin. Thank you so much and congratulations. Thank you so much.
Not often do you find all three very similar that go together.
No, and they all came from the same person.
They had good taste.
Very.
Usually the ones I see are just like plain little glass ball on the end. Like they're not ornate like that. Okay. We have a polka dot box. Some of my favorite polka dot boxes, which are Nancy and Storybook dolls. And she's in here. This is number 90, and she is Spring from the season series. So she's a variation of Spring. There's quite a few different variations, and I believe I might have had one or two already this year of Spring, but I've not had this particular variation in her box. And I absolutely love this because, as we know, purple things are not easy to find. So besides having her box, she does have cardboard inserts to hold her in the box, and also has one of these little pamphlets. Most of the time when I find these, they don't have those anymore. And then later on they did produce them in color, but this is the older version. Doesn't contain all the dolls in there, but that's in there as well. So let me show you. I see Debbie's in. Thank you so much. And she does have her little arm tag that says Spring on there. So this is like a really pretty like orchid color, purple for the top, purple hair bow, and then we've got purple tulle over green taffeta. I'm here for it. And I love the little sprig of millinery flower in purple that's attached to the dress. She's got blondie little hair. So she is a frozen leg and frozen head. So she does just have the jointed arms. She's 5.5 inches tall. We'll peek under there. We've got her pantaloons and her little quintessential black shoes. She does have the safety pin at the back. She's very nice condition, probably because she's been in her box. And there's actually 2 cardboard little holders in here. This is the one that kind of like goes around this way, and then there's another one that goes in there as well to keep her kind of stable inside the box. I always put extra padding in there anyways. I don't ever trust like original packaging for things. I tend to always put extra things in there, but she's just perfect for springtime. She's the belle of the ball for sure. Really, I can't tell you any issues with her except for maybe her tool's a little kind of bendy in the back just from being flat in there for so long. She doesn't have a stand, unfortunately. Sometimes I do find them with stands, but she did not have one. Again, yeah, she's 5.5 inches tall. Okay, so let's count her down. Nancy's in at 26, so we're looking for 27 or more on Little Miss Spring. And she is the 1940s composition. So let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
She would look great in your next year's Easter display too.
Oh yeah, she definitely would work for Easter too. Definitely Easter colors. All right, bid is in from Karen. So Sandra had the high bid at 30. It looks like Nancy put in a just in case of 36, but Miss Gutierrez put in a just in case of 51. So Debbie, she's coming to you for 37. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
$18 choice, Amy. They do have condition issues, and these are Joseph Original ballerinas. Now, truth be told, me and Amy think way alike because I had stuff pulled, and then I saw her, Rio, and I pulled a couple
Sometimes
things.
That happens.
We would have had a ton of duplicates, so I did pull some things, but she had her ballerina. I have mine. $18 choice. These are Joseph Originals of California. Okay, so these are the older ones, and these can run the gamut price-wise. Okay.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
they are in really, they're in overall good condition, but there are condition issues, okay? So $18 choice. She has a little glaze pop here to the top of her head. So I was able to find one online. There's no spaghetti missing. There's just a little glaze pop that, you know, got her down to her bare ceramic right there. But she is beautiful. She is balanced. She's very dainty. If my camera and the lights will show, it's actually embossed Joseph Originals. It says Joseph's Original, and then it says California. So let's see if we can show you guys that, if my camera wants to focus. So it does say California there, Joseph Originals, and it's abbreviated California. So $18 choice. They both measure about 3 3/4 inches tall. Very dainty, very delicate, cute little ballerina.
That is an excellent price for those.
And her face... beautiful. Just note there is the little condition issue there, and they have this great thick gold spaghetti on there with the little rosette, no chips to that. You can see where she has a hand-painted little bow on her little dress, and then down here on the bottom, you can see where they have the rosette as well, and there's lots of gold on top of the spaghetti. So she displays beautifully. She is the one in the little white tutu. Here they even detailed the back here with some gold. I love the way the hair is. She's just really adorable. And these California ones are the earlier, the first generation. So $18. Thank you, Nikki. I think they're adorable too. This one here has an arm repair, but it's at a good place. It's right there at her armpit. So it's not noticeable. I did not notice it when I bought it, but you can see there is a line right here, but it's right there where her arm meets. Why is that not? So it meets right there. So it does show, but it kind of looks like it is just her armpit. You
like
know,
a
it's
sleeve.
Like where her arm meets. Other than that, no other condition issues. She's from the same era. So there you can see She's Joseph Originals, and it has the C on the bottom. And these are the Joseph Originals from California. Let me get my black out of the way here. And again, she measures 3 3/4 inches tall. So there you go. You can see how beautiful she is. And honestly, the way her other hand is in front of the one that has been repaired, you honestly do not see it. And at $18, I think this would be a great one to add to your collection and then maybe trade her out if you find another one. So you can see where she has the gold little slippers on there. Very delicate. These came from the same exact person as well. There's no issues to the rosette that I could tell. You can see that she has the thicker, older Joseph Originals kind of spaghetti with the details. And they also, my lights are so doggone bright. Give me a moment here. They also hand painted the gold. There we go. They actually hand painted the gold little bow on there as well. So again, note she's had that repair there. Thank you, Trina. I see you're 18. She had a little glaze pop, or somebody dropped, bumped her little head, and some of the glaze came off. So now it's just down to the bare ceramic. So again, 2 cute little ballerinas, and we'll claim them by color, white or pink. So 19 or more. And again, just the condition with her arm and the little glaze pop here. So 19 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If you wanted to embellish her with something, you could. But I have to tell you that when you display her, you do have to look very hard to see that repair. So there's our bid end. Thank you, Karen G. And thank you, Kim. Ladies, thank you so much. Trina, you are the winner. Congratulations. Did you want the white one? Did you want the pink one? And of course, you have choice. You can take both. So the white one is yours, Trina. Thank you so much. And we'll bring the pink one back for the recap. Thank you so much.
All right. I have a choice for my next round. It's going to start at 8. And I have some enamel flower brooches. I have 3 different ones. They're all totally different, but I thought I'd bring them together. So I'm going to tell you the name of each one. So this is the first one. I'm just calling this one pink. So it is bright. It is bright pink. And it's kind of 3-dimensional with the petals and the center there, also 3-dimensional. The center of it, it's hard to tell if it's a very pale pink or if it's white. There for these little tiny stamen that go in the center. And then it's just a pink enamel kind of dot in the center for that one. But I really like one. It does have the Y back and safety clasp on the back. So that one I'm calling pink. This one does measure 2 inches in diameter. Okay, so it's a decent size flower. So the second one we're going to call rhinestone. Let's see if we can get it up here. This one I'm going to call rhinestone. And this one's also pink. So they're all 3 pink. They're just a little bit different. This one I'm calling rhinestone because the center of this one does have rhinestones in the center. And it has more, it's still bright, but in comparison to this one, you see the color variation. This one's more of like magenta, and this one's kind of like a lighter kind of bright pink. And then the stem of this one looks to be black to me, or maybe a darker gray. There is a little bit of wear on the stem of that one, but no missing rhinestones. And it looks like they're all itty bitty prong set in the center there. No missing stones. This one also has Y back and safety clasp on the back. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. So this one I'm calling rhinestone. And then the last one I'm calling stem. So this one is just, this one is darker pink, more closer on the red side. So it's kind of like a variation of darker pink and red, variegated. So there we go, compared to the first one. So magenta pink on kind of the edges of that one, and a little bit more red toward the center. And then compared to that one, it's much darker. So this one just has kind of black looks like black enamel, kind of three-dimensional in the center of that one, and green for the stem and the leaves. This one just has a simple clasp on the back, not a Y back, but it is still a safety clasp here on the back. This one, the stem measures 2 1/4 by 1 1/2, and I forgot to tell you the rhinestone. The rhinestone is 2 1/2 by 1 1/2. Okay, so they all kind of variation in size there. I think they're fun, like clustered together. That's why I decided to bring them all. All right, so Nikki's in for choice at 8. So we're looking for 9 or more on the choice of brooches. Again, real quick, this one I'm calling round. This one is rhinestone, and this one is stem. So we know what to claim when we get there. All right, and we're going to count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
That one with the rhinestones looks very 1950s. That one's really neat.
I liked them all. Okay. Nikki Moss, see you just in case. And there's Karen's bid end. All right, so Nikki, let me know which one or ones that you would like.
She wants them all, Amy.
Oh, she's already on it.
Cleaning the board, Amy.
All right, you got it, Nikki. Thank you so much.
$24, Amy, and it's been a while since I've had one of these poodle chained families, okay? And these are in very good condition, although I think usually the babies each have their own chain. I think that maybe one of the chains is gone and the previous owner went ahead and just hooked the other little baby on. But I love the way how close they are and the way they kind of stand together, because they all look like they're giving each other, the babies look like they're giving each other the stink eye. So, but Mama is in very good condition. I do believe that Lefton made these. This is the white version. They made a pink, they made a blue. Usually when you find these, you have a tail that has been repaired. There's no tail that is repaired here. The little rosettes on Mama's hat, and I'll show them to you closer in a moment. No chips on there, and both little babies are accounted for. And you have the 2 babies that are in different poses, okay? Sometimes people marry these sets together, and you get 2 of the same baby poodles. This is a true set. The only thing that I think is not original is we just have one chain coming off of Mama, and both babies are hooked to it. So I don't think that's a deal breaker. So $24. Mama measures 4 3/4 inches tall by 4 1/2 inches wide. So she's a real snooty Poodle. She's got all the great gold detail there on her snout. All of her eyes and eyelashes are intact. There's no chips. They even painted her little mouth there and gave her a little tongue. Each little baby, well, the one that is standing up in the front, that little baby, they look like they do look like a Trixie. You're right, Karen. The little baby in front is about 2 inches tall, and little baby over here on the side is about 1.5 inches tall. So again, if you guys aren't familiar with these chained little poodle families, they're not getting any easier to find. I'm not going to say it's rare or hard to find, but to find them in good condition is not that easy anymore. So Mama has great detail down to the 50s eyelashes to the 1950s little hat. You can see where they even gave her some green detail in the middle where her spaghetti is. People call these ceramic, but they hinge more on the porcelain style feel. There you can see all of the spaghetti with the gold details. Very, very 1950s. And then we will show you each little baby. She looks like the poodle. She does. See, again, this is what I was kind of going for. I was loosely, everything I pulled loosely can kind of mimic the Disney playing off of Mickey. So you're right. I even have a planter coming up that kind of I thought looked like a Cruella de Vil almost. So there is the one little baby, and you can see that these are the ones that have the little chained loop. So they are permanent, you know, they have the loop permanent. And then let's move them this way. This is always so hard. So Carrie, thank you. I see you're 24. We're going to do it this way. So now you can see other little baby right there in really, really good condition. That one's kind of frowning. She's a little sad puppy.
Sad Poodle.
He's a little sad poodle. So again, once you get them on display, they all will stand. They just are kind of in a line. They're just kind of in a line together. And it's because the one baby, I know, Nikki, the baby does look so sad. And that's because they would have had 2 chains. You can fix that real easily. Each one of these have a little jump loop. You can undo it and add another chain. There are folks that don't like their trios chained, so you can actually take them all off and then display them however you want. But no chips or cracks. All of the gold is in really good condition. And if you like the white version and you want to collect more, you can get the baby blue or the pink. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 25 or more on the Lefton Poodle chain family 1950s. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Carrie. I see your 24. Looking for 25 or more, or the bid end from Karen G on the chained poodle family. It's been a long time since I've offered a set of these, and I thought it just kind of went. So there's the bid end. So thank you so much, Carrie. Congratulations. They're coming your way. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay. I'm going to do my little planter girl up next. And it's been quite a while since I have run across this variation. I have found some of the regular, and these are called the Golden Girls, not to be confused with the TV show Golden Girls, but UNESCO called these the Golden Girls. So there's different series that have just regular hats, and then there's this series that have the little rose hat. So they're more like a little flower petal girl rather than just a little fancy lady. And she is a little planter, so you can put a little something something in her side. And I did grab my UNESCO book so I can show you the different variations. So they did make these in different colorways, and I can't find any damage on her either. She's in really nice condition besides just some slight crazing on the ceramic, but she does have all of her original little rhinestones that go along her little dress. She does have applied spaghetti. Looks like she's got a little basket full of spaghetti. Yum, yum. Wonder if she's got some meatballs in there too. Right. And then we'll turn her to the back, and then you can really see like we've got the stem of the flower kind of here, and then we have kind of like the bud, if you will, on the back of her hat. Applied in gold, and then all the pretty flower petals for her dress. So she does have a partial foil sticker there for UNESCO and numbered there on the bottom. There's no flea bites on her. I could not really find any kind of issues with her besides just a little bit of crazing. But the color on her is not really, it's more of like a peachy pink as opposed to like, I don't know, like a dusty rose kind of pink. I did grab my book so I can show you. So I've had some of these regular Golden Girls dressed in the brown, but you can see they also did the rose style one in brown. And here are some of the other ones. So they did lots of pieces for this series. And then we go into the peachy pinks. Here you can see there's a lipstick holder, some of the other pieces, and there she is right there at the bottom. And they also did some in yellow. I really like these. I've always liked these. And here's some of the other yellow ones that continue onto the backside. But lots of the fun. I really like the flower petal hat ones. I don't find them as often as just the regular round hat ones. Measurement for her real quick. She is 6 inches tall and about 4 inches wide. Okay. So yeah, I think it's a darker pink, peachy pink, like pink depression glass pink. If you know, I'm pretty sure most of you know what color that is. But yes, I think she's reading pretty true to color on screen as far as what color she actually is. But we'll go ahead and get Jason started. We'll bring her back at the recap.
$20 choice. $20 choice, Amy. And I've had these for a hot minute. These are so kitschy. These are great for 2 purposes. And I'll tell you what they are. They're figurines, but these are also banks. And these are sleeper banks. So like you look at it and it doesn't necessarily look like a bank, but there's a little coin slot. So these are made of ceramic. I believe these are Japan. These will be fun for summer. You got little piggy friend here. So if you guys have a mermaid bathroom, maybe you want to put him in there. He even has his little rhinestone here on the top of his little beanie. Super cute. So $20 choice. And there is some glow effect. There is some day glow paint here on the front. So there, his little mouth and the three little lines there do glow. I love the fact that he's got his little anchor. I know the face is glowing. I mean, you cannot have a bad day with this little oinker looking at you. He has his little anchor right there. He's wearing his little sailor suit. So I thought this guy would look great. No pants, of course. And his little feet are kind of intertwined. And they even detailed all the way down to his little nails, the blush, the eyelashes. I mean, $20 for this kitschy bank. And this little guy is going to look great in your 4th of July, whether you do navy, summer. So I'm thinking summer displays. Plus, I know there are folks that collect pigs. So, and of course, he is a little bank. He does have his little stopper still, his little rubber stopper. Probably would have said Japan somewhere. So these two, I'm telling you, they're just kitschtastic. And I don't know who made them. I cannot find, he is pantless. I can't find who made them. He is about 4 3/4 inches tall. So we'll call him Pig. My God, this poodle, they even gave her real pearls, or should I say faux pearls that are attached. They actually gave her some fabric lace around the top of her little hat. She kind of reminds me, if you ever think of Mama's Family, I was just going to say that. Yeah. If she was a poodle, I think that would be her. So, and there is some glow to the poodle as well. These came from the same place, and they're probably the same manufacturer. So there is glow here to the umbrella, glow there, and there's glow on her little tongue. So super cute. This might be reading pink, but this is somewhere between like a pink and a violet kind of purple. No chips or cracks. I can't. She is also a little bank as well. And then they actually detailed that there. I think that's supposed to either be more of her fur or her little tail in the back. So, and she's sort of like a flesh tone. The hat is reading kind of chartreuse on the screen. It's somewhere between like a lime chartreusey kind of yellow, somewhere in there, depending on how the light hits it. And some of her other details are pink or they're just a little purple. And again, no chips or cracks. And she's coming in at about 4 3/4 inches tall. So I Google image these. I could not find them anywhere. And they are that composition. They're heavy. They're that ceramic.
I've never seen those before.
These are kitschtastic. Like they could be boyfriend and girlfriend if you're thinking in the Navy, like head whatever, or poodle. So we'll just claim them by Pig or Poodle. Very highly detailed for what they are, but they're bags. So 23 or more, just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. I'll cover them up, Dusty. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If I had this, I would use him in my 4th of July display, kind of my little Navy guy. This would go with my poodles. I just think they're just so great. They're just so great. So Glowy, I see her just in case of 31. Caroline, I see you're just in case of 30. But whoo, man, in there with the 32, Caroline, right before the bid end. So Caroline, I see you're 32. Did you want Pig? Oh my God. Like he's staring into my kitschy soul. Or do you want Poodle? She is so sweet. Would go with any Poodle collection. And then Glowy, you'll have backup at 31. But Caroline, let me know. Did you want Pig or Poodle? Of course, you can take both.
Ooh,
no chips. They're both yours. Thank you so much. They're really fun. They're very unique. That
would be a very difficult decision.
Thank you.
Very, very difficult. I've never seen those before.
Never have I ever.
So there's got to be other animals, right?
There has to be. There has to be a whole series.
Got to be, and then, we never know until we come across one. What else is out there? Especially if you couldn't find any other ones.
I couldn't.
All right. I have this. This is an amazing pink tin litho recipe box. I had never seen the pink one before ever. And it's just, I love everything about this. Now, Stylecraft, I have brought some recipe boxes by Stylecraft before, so has Jason. And Stylecraft also makes the Valentine card boxes and the Christmas list boxes. So they are just all about the colors and the graphics and everything. But I just have never seen this pink one before. And I just had to get it. So even like down to like the plate rail here with all the little plates that spell out recipes. I just, and pink and black, anything pink and black, I'm here for it. And really nice condition, pretty much. Most of the wear is going to be here on the bottom. I mean, that's just from you sliding across the kitchen counter, I would think. But up here, it does have like a little discoloration mark. I did try and like clean that. It's not going to come off. What I suspect is that it probably got too close to some sort of heat source and discolored it there. But it is on the top. That's really the place that you want to look at it. There is a little bit of scratching on the inside there, but otherwise it's very nice and clean. Unfortunately, it didn't have any of the divider inserts in it when I found it. Sometimes I do find them with they're in there or have recipes in it. This one I just found empty, but that would be like the quintessential riser to put something on in your kitchen. Just, you know, just, I don't know. I just love the pink, and it's just not a color that I see very often. And if it was turquoise, I probably would be keeping it to go in my kitchen because I have turquoise and yellow in my kitchen, not pink. So that's why I'm parting with this. Robin, I see you at 19. Chrissy, I did see you're 18. Standard recipe box size, 5 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/2. Okay. So let's count it down. We are, oh yeah, a teacup on there would look perfect, especially if you had one with a little flower on it to match.
The gooseberry Pyrex would look phenomenal.
Oh yes, the pink gooseberry. Yes, chef's kiss. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 20 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I have never seen this one before, Amy.
I had not either.
So good.
But you want to know who probably has it? Magpie Ethel.
Probably doesn't.
Probably does. Okay. Robin put in a just in case of 33, but did not need it. So Robin, it is yours for 19. Thank you so much.
All right, $16. And she's starting low because she has a little condition issue. But
Did you say 16?
16. Yep, Amy, you got it. 16. She has one little condition issue, but I could not offer her because she definitely is NAPCO trying to mimic, California pottery, the Joseph original kind of look. Her finger right here, the little tip of her finger is missing. Okay. So that is missing, but truth be told, from the front, and again, like when I was pulling things, I thought she kind of looked like a Cruella de Vil almost, very Disney. But she's actually a series that they did, and she's Lady Juliet. So she's Lady Juliet, and she's made by NAPCO, and she has the bigger NAPCO sticker, which means she's the earlier versions of NAPCO. So she's probably from the early 1950s. She also has a little teeny tiny, and I noticed it underneath my light. Let me find it. She has a little bit of a glaze pop right here, okay? So she has a little glaze pop right here, and she is highly detailed, kind of like PY details or Joseph Original details. They're ceramics, and she has a little tiny little pop right here, okay? But she is this gorgeous lady planter. She's part of a series that they did. Look at the detail on her collar. She has all those great little gold specks there on her collar. The way they painted her eyes and everything, she's going to go well with your Joseph Originals. She definitely has her hair up. She has it in like a pigtail, ponytail kind of look in the back, very fairy tale. And she is a very large planter. I'll give you the dimensions in a minute. But do note that fingertip is missing. And actually, a few I saw online had similar damage. Okay? So she would be a great one to hold your makeup brushes. She would be a great planter to use, especially maybe if you guys do a Victorian era, kind of display. You can see where she has all the pink detail here in the ruffles. This is sort of multicolored. This is somewhere between like a gray. There's some greens in here and there's some blacks in there, okay? So you can kind of see when I hold it back, you get the 3 dimensions of the different color. She kind of does, Joe. You're right. She does look like Lucy. She's 8.5 inches tall. 8.5 inches tall. She measures 6 inches across. But if you have this Joseph original here, like if you have a bunch of the little girls and you're going to do yourself a display, she would make a great stepmother. She'd make a great mother. And they're kind of scaled that they're going to look pretty well together. So that's kind of the look that I was going for. So you can see where there's gold details here. Here, if I can show you, you can see where that has the gold paint down. I had never seen one of the. Amy, have you ever seen this series by Napco before?
Well, actually, before you said it was Napco, I thought it was Florence Ceramics.
See, I did too. When Tina brought her home.
Those ceramic companies, they were all about stealing ideas from each other.
They were. Another idea that I had since her little fingertip is broken, I thought she would be a great little dresser caddy for you ladies. You could actually put rings on her hand.
Rings and bracelets and things.
You can hang necklaces and bracelets. So seeing at the $16, I was thinking that not so much part of your don't touch collection, but I thought at $16 she would be great for you to put maybe on your nightstand, or you could put her on your dresser, and then you could drape jewelry over her arms. You could put rings down her arm here. You could also do the same here. And then in the back, there's definitely enough room there in that void that you could put makeup brushes and different things like that, or actually use her as a planter. So here you can see the back. Thank you, Melanie. God knows I try to come up with them now and again, but that's why I had thought, okay, at $16, she has a broken finger. We don't like to bring damaged things to a sale, but somebody could repair her, or you could repurpose her for something else. And she's just really unique. Or if you have Dalmatians, you want a Cruella de Vil style. She kind of looks evil. She kind of looks friendly. I don't know who or what she is. But again, I'm with Amy. The eyes definitely look. I was reading Joseph, but that's what reminds me of the Florence ceramic. So one more time, she is part of a series. She has her original Napco sticker right there. It is a larger
Lady Juliet.
Napco one. Yep, Lady Juliet. And a little bit of research I could do is they have 3 or 4 of these other ones that they gave them all lady name. I guess they were supposed to be Victorian to the ball style ladies. But we'll sit her to the side. We'll bring her back for the recap. Maybe some folks want to think about it.
Okay. All right. 2 rounds. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Just make sure.
You got it.
All right. I have some fun salt and pepper shakers. I think they're fun anyways. I actually have this same exact set in my laundry room. Yes, you can put shakers in your laundry room, your bathroom, wherever you want to.
Really?
And it's a cute little washing machine. And it's actually a combination salt and pepper shaker and sugar bowl. And I did find this over the weekend, and I already have this. But it was complete. Usually with this, the lid of the sugar bowl is missing because it's not attached. It just kind of comes off. But it is made in the USA. I don't think that I'm going to get that to focus. But it is it says made in the USA, patent pending on the bottom. All right. And I don't see that there's any major issues or anything with it. The little applied flower here on the front, the paint is not faded or anything with it. So this does kind of swing out. You can see the little S&P there. So they do kind of pop out of here. All right. So they pop out, and that is where the shaker is at the back. So they both fit into the little ringer there up at the top. So that's where your salt and pepper is, and then the little sugar bowl is the bottom of the washer. So it does say sugar. It has a little kind of a little handle there that you can grip onto, and then it's just plain red on the inside. All right, nice and clean, just minimal wear on it. I think it's adorable, and I love to collect this kind of stuff to decorate with in my home. So I'm glad that you guys, it's hard plastic. It is hard plastic. It's not ceramic. And red plastic in mid-century was very popular to create a bunch of red things. I don't know if this comes in any colorways. Jason, do you know this? Usually if there's red, there's yellow.
Nope, that's the only colorway I've ever seen.
But I've never seen it in another colorway.
Nope.
So yeah. All right. Lisa, I see you. Let me get caught up on the chat. Lisa's in. Thank you so much. Measurement for it is 4.5 inches tall by about 2 3/4 inches wide. Okay. So Nancy's back in there at 16. So we're looking for 17 or more. I am going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
And this is scaled to your Barbies too. So if you're doing a little
display, it is, yeah, I think it's the right scale too.
Yep.
All right, Nancy's got a just in case in there. And there's the bid end. All right, laundry day, bid end. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so Lisa had the high bid at 18. Nancy had a just in case of 20. So Nancy, it is yours for 19. Thank you so very much.
$14, Amy. And after this, if it sells, I'm officially out of the Nancy Ann Storybook doll business.
Uh-oh.
This one I held on to for a little while because I thought heading into summer, Memorial Day, 4th of July, I thought she spoke to me very patriotic, okay? A little bit of red, a little bit of blue, not so much white. But she is the composition. She's the still feet. And Amy, you looked her up for me, and I'll be darned if I can remember what series or what she was called. But
I've seen her before too.
I think she's darling. She's in very good condition. And you don't need to be a Nancy Ann Storybook doll collector to like her. She's going to be great in your summer display. So if you're doing like a red, white, and blue summer, she's going to look great. She has these big blue millinery flowers in the top. Her felt hat is intact. She doesn't have her original little pin like she normally does, but she is that composition, and her arms are adjustable. So she's this cute little blonde headed girl. You can see there's no condition issues to the paint on her face. There's no issues with the arms. They do move. I did tie this. It seems like this kind of got stretched out. Some of the ribbon got stretched out a little bit, but she's a little Nancy Ann Storybook doll, and she is the 5.5-inch one. When you measure her little hat in there, she comes in at 6 inches tall. So you can decide how you want to close the back if you want to, but that does pull open a little bit because she's missing her little safety pin. But other than that, this one I've had since I sold the little boy one, back in December or January.
I've had that one a while.
And I just thought I want to hold on to her because you don't need to be a Nancy Ann Storybook doll collector to like her, because she's going to be great in your 4th of July. You get yourself one of those little flags, that they use for cupcake toppers. You could put that in her hand, and she's little Betsy Ross, ready to go.
She's number 120 to market to buy.
That's it.
10. Yeah.
That's it. She's to market. And even her hair, her curls, the hair's in very good condition. And the hat, I love it. I think she would be, if you're not going to do a ton of decorating for 4th of July and things. And although, remember, the Valentinos next Friday will be doing summer and patriotic. So she would look great in your Memorial Day, your 4th of July, even your Labor Day display.
Look how many variations there are of to market.
Holy.
All of those.
And again, I think she is definitely your summer Nancy Ann Storybook doll. She's the one you're going to put out. Put a little flag in her hand. I don't know. Put all other
love
things.
Her hat.
I do
my
too.
Favorite thing.
I do too. And the flowers are not destroyed. They're not flattened. You can see how clean she is. There's no major condition issues. But again, she does not have her original safety pin. So you're going to want to go ahead and maybe secure that. But I think, and she does stand just fine. So thank you for all the bids. I see Paula is in at 22. Robin is in at 23. We're looking for 24 or more. So let's go ahead and count her down. We're looking for 24 or more just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I just see 4th of July screaming on her with her here. So thank you for all the bids. I saw Sandra in with a 25, Robin Watson with a just in case of 34, with Karen's bid end, but Debbie Gutierrez had a just in case of 52. So Miss Debbie, she's coming to you for $35. Thank you so much, and thank you all for the bids. Thank you, thank you.
Okay. All right. I think this is our last round. Yes.
You got it, okay. Amy.
All right, last round, you guys, and we'll do a quick recap before we move into community share. Okay, my last round, and minks, no. The smallest is 4.5. The very first Nancy hands were 4.5 inches tall. So she's not the smallest, but definitely smaller, not the tallest either. Okay, so I have this book this evening. I'm not sure I've had this one before. I cannot remember. But it's by, of course, Ruthie Newton is my favorite children's book illustrator, but Fern Bissell-Peet is right up there. All of the children's magazines that I tend to pick up, especially the Halloween ones with the witches on the cover, the Playmate magazines from the 20s all the way up through the 50s, Fern Bissell-Peet did all the illustrations for that magazine series. So I tend to really like her work. And I just really liked all of the images in this one. So this is the Picture and Rhyme book. It does date to 1941, Saffield Publishing, and it's linen-like. So it is paper that mimics fabric. All right. So let's go on the inside. So we do have all sorts of different illustrations in here. I really liked this one here. With ribbons on her bonnet and ruffles on her gown, pretty little Mary Ann is coming home from town. Looks like she has been to the farmer's market and got some yummy things and a pretty bouquet of flowers. I really like that one. Mm-hmm. MJ. Hello, MJ. I see you. Thank you so much. And I'll briefly go through this. And that is my face when I am cleaning. I don't know if anybody else has that face.
Yeah.
But that's me. Especially doing the dishes, although she looks a little bit more happy about doing the dishes. Karen and I were just talking about household chores the other day, some of our least favorite things to do. Looks like she is polishing the furniture, and a laundry day girl. Look at the little dollies down here, waiting for their little doll clothes to be washed. I think that's adorable. My favorite one is coming up here. We've got little Nancy doing the ironing. Looks like she's ironing ribbon. And then we've got darning of socks. Mm-hmm. Does anybody darn their socks anymore?
No. She's like, oh my.
I just like, that's like a lost art there of darning your socks. Then we've got Old Mother Hubbard and her dog. We've got little Jack Horner and his pie. It's still coming. Here it is. Oh, what have we here? A little man that looks so queer with a carrot body and a turnip head. See my vegetable man, little Dorothy said. Look at that. She's carved little anthropomorphic things out of turnips. That's my favorite in the book. We've got Peggy working in her garden. And we've got sugar and spice and everything nice. And then smooth the soft pillow and turn down the sheet. Tuck in a dream that is lovely and sweet. And there is the back. Okay, so relatively good condition, just a little bit of wear to the edge. Not the worst for wear kind of book. It's in pretty good shape overall. So Nancy's in at 14, so we're looking for 15 or more, again from 1941. Does measure 9 3/4 by 13. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
She's in such a hurry with that cart, too.
I know.
Like, I gotta go.
Maybe her dolly's got to be somewhere.
Could be.
All right. looks like. I see a just in case in there from MJ. And I also see one from Nancy. And there's the veggie bit end from Karen. Thank you so much. Fern Bissell Pete Minx. Fern Bissell Pink. I know the B looks really weird in there, but Fern Bissell Pete. Like Pete Moss. Okay, Nancy, your just in case of 22 did come in after the bid end. So it looks like MJ is going to take it for 19. Thank you so much.
$12, Amy. $12. And this is new old stock. It's never been used. It is vintage. I don't really find a lot of Raggedy Ann and Andy things to offer. I thought this would be fun. Somebody could actually use this. You can still get those little squared off little pieces. I'll show you the inside. So you could actually, use this again. Maybe put your postcards in, maybe put some different ephemera pieces in. But this is vintage, and it is that laminated cardboard, that is normally, like these books are normally made of. So again, new old stock. It's very clean. I believe this is vintage, probably 60s. I would say it's probably from the 1960s. It is the snapshots with little Raggedy Ann and Andy. And it does show a copyright. I think the copyright on the front down here is like the 40s, like 1945 on the front. But this is not from the 40s. So this would be great if you collect Raggedy Ann and Andy. This would sit in your backdrop. I'm going there because we're getting near summer. Red, white, and blue on the front. If you guys are into kitsch, if you guys collect ephemera, if you guys collect children books, this would sit and be great on your shelf, okay? So all of the pages, even the inside, I actually had to take it out of the original plastic because the plastic looked dirty. So it saved all of these pages here on the inside. So these are all your traditional hard, thick, kind of fabric-y, cardboard, like construction paper style pages on the inside. So this might be fun if you're going to have like a youngster over. Maybe you're going to have your grandchild, your grandson or daughter over during the summer. Maybe you guys want to use this and fill this with some snapshots. I did read and saw somewhere that the new fad for the next generation, again, is to get those disposable cameras. They want to actually, Kodak, I mean, you can go on and read it. Kodak is pumping out those disposable. Remember them in the 90s when we were in high school, Amy? Like, oh, yeah. Everywhere you went, like, oh, we're going on a field trip. Get your disposable camera. It's actually a thing again. So I would say, hey, for $12. I
like the Polaroids myself.
Okay, you deploy. I did the disposable.
And the cardboard ones.
Yeah, those were the disposable ones.
But I preferred the Polaroids because you could see them.
It's a thing again. And you could also fill this with your Polaroid. So again, this is probably from the 60s or the 1970s. Look how darling each one of these are. It's in really, really good condition. Like there's no wear to it whatsoever. And then you pop these pegs out here, and that's how you can take the pages out or replace the pages. So the book measures 10.5 inches across. So it's about 10.5 this way. And then it measures 8 inches tall. If you smell it, the book kind of smells like the old Hardy Boy books. Like the way those covers were for like the Hardy Boy or the Nancy Drew books. It has that kind of feel.
I know exactly what that is. I don't know if everybody does, but I know what that is.
But again, I thought like those faces, and if you have any of your childhood, Raggedy Ann dolls or something, how great would this look in the background and have them sitting there in the front? So look at that. And
do you think postcards would work in there too?
Absolutely. And like I was saying, when I first showed it, like you can still get those little squared corners that
you can at the craft stores. Yep. So they still sell those.
You're not going to damage your postcards or your pictures. You will, of course, damage the page in here, but you could still do that and actually do it old school. Maybe you want to take pictures of your collection. Maybe you have your nieces and nephew, grandchildren, your own children this summer. I think this would just be a great throwback to days gone by. And I love the way it says the snapshots. Even if you collect maybe those cameras, could you imagine putting a couple Brownie cameras in front of this? Just very iconic. Those two characters are almost as American as like apple pie. You know what I mean? So here, I'll show you. I love the font of the snapshots. Again, there's absolutely no damage to this. This must have been a gift to some youngster or somebody, and they just set it to the side and never used it. I never find these books in this good of condition. So,
especially in a white cover one.
I know. And I thought it was very, very patriotic. So not seeing any interest. That's okay. We'll sit it to the side and we'll bring it back in a few moments and show it again. All right, Amy.
All right. We're going to move into our recap. We'll briefly bring back anything that did not get claimed the first time around. Maybe you missed something. You weren't here. We'll bring it back one more time. So these will be quick claims. All right, so make sure that you type in the item plus the price so that we know what you're trying to claim. We will, if we see somebody come in with a claim, we're going to do a 5-second countdown, okay? Just to give it plenty of time for anybody else to come in there. If there's more than one person that comes in there within that 5-second countdown, then, you know, I don't know, Jason, what do you think about that? How much time should we let go by for claims to come into the chat?
I usually say that if somebody claims it and there isn't somebody like right in there behind them almost immediately, then, you know, that falls into what you're saying with the 5 seconds too. So, yeah.
If there's more than one person that comes immediately right in, then we will do a 10-second countdown to break any kind of ties there. Okay. Then we'll just kind of turn into a regular bid round. Okay. Countdown on your end. Our lag won't count. Okay. All right, Karen. Gotcha. Sounds good. All right, Jason, you want to do yours?
Yep. I'm going to go real quick, and I'm actually going to reduce the price of her because I actually found another repair underneath the lights. So she has a little repair down by her feet, by her little foot as well. So she must have taken one. She must have done one hell of a twirl and blew off her arm and her foot. Both of her feet have repairs. So if anybody is interested in her for $8, you can have her for $8. Just put girl $8. She still displays beautifully, but only under my lights here did I see the damage that bad. So I'm happy that I noticed it before I shipped it. So she would be girl $8 if anybody's interested. You can have her for $8. That's what I paid for her. So $8 girl. I have to find my notes here. 16. She had a condition issue. She has a little chip on her finger. So she has a little chip on her finger up here, and she is made by Napco. She has a little rub here on the front. So a little rub right down the front. And then she had a little teeny tiny little tip of like a pencil right there. She's made by Napco Wear. She is Lady Juliet, and she is going to be 16. If you're interested in her, you can put 16 planter. And Amy's right. Now that I see it, like Florence Ceramics, the face. So she would be planter. She would be 16 if you're interested. And guys, if these things aren't claimed during the recap, I get a lot of emails. I know Amy does too after the sale. So please email us if it's still available. We'll let you have it. But also remember, we do have booths in stores. So the items, like if you're watching this 6 months from now, it's going to be somewhere else. So within a timely manner, we'll make sure that we get it to you. So then this one, we're just going to call snapshots. And this one still has to be $12. $12 if anybody's interested. You can just put snapshots, 12. It has never been used. It's got to be 1960s. I don't collect Raggedy Ann and Andy, but I have to tell you, if I was a collector, I would want this, or even if I had that era of things. So Mary, thank you so much. Mary KM, I got you for snapshots. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And Mary, you might be new to me. So please, if you can, just email me your information. It's yours, Mary. Thank you so much.
All right. And what I had was my very first item of the night was my PY Coronet Happy Apple tea bag holder. And it does not have any chips to it, just a little bit of crazing. And back here on the back, I'll note that again, there's a couple little spots where it sits in the kiln where it's not glazed over. That's just where it sits there on the back, but very good condition. Otherwise, this was $16. So if you want to claim that, you can type in Apple 16 or tea bag holder 16, whatever's easier. I think Apple's probably easier to type in. Apple 16 if you want to claim that. And it does measure 4.5 by 3.25. Chrissy, I see you for the Apple. Thank you so very much. And I'm just going to give it a moment, but I think it's going to go to Chrissy. All right. Thank you so much.
And Mary, I don't need your info. That's Mary Kitchmas from over on IG.
Mary. So, hey, Mary.
Good to see you over here, Mary. Thank you so much.
Oh, KM. Okay. I see
yes.
it here.
Yes.
Abbreviated it. Got it. Okay.
Thank
let me
you,
write
Mary.
that down. All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with us. We are going to move into our community share. And we have a treat tonight. Miss KB sent us in some photos, and they're kind of Easter related, but kind of not. So, all right. I have 4 photos to share from you guys tonight. Before we move into that, I'm going to show our email because unless I have some that I haven't looked in the email in a while. Okay.
Right.
But we can always use some more. So if you guys want to send us some photos to be part of our show, email us at ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Just make sure if you send some photos to include a brief description with the photos, and let us know if you want us to mention your name or not, or if you want to be anonymous. That's totally fine. But we could use anything that you would like to send us. We are very low in the queue for photos to share. So ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Send. We would appreciate it. All right. Okay. And reminder about invoicing. I'm going to be doing mine tomorrow. I will email you when it is out there. And Jason's going to be doing Saturday.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. All right. KB has sent in, and I believe KB is still here in the chat. Okay. So I have 4 photos to share. These are amazing. Okay. Here's number 1.
Oh my God. No way. No way. And those are the chicks from, oh God.
They are from, I think she said they're from Walmart.
Oh my
God. I remember correctly. Oh, Hobby Lobby.
KB, you're killing me. This is so awesome.
So she said she bought the cowboy pixie on a chick from Tammy Christopherson of Kansas.
Okay.
She said she got the chick from Hobby Lobby and added the eyelashes. Okay, so we're talking about the second from the left on the yellow chick, the one with the eyelashes, the only one. I love this. So that's the one that we're talking about here. And then KB decided to get more chicks and have a posse of Dixie Pixies riding Chixies.
I love it. I love it.
I love it.
I insisted on buying 3 of these, and Tina was like, "What are you going to do with them?" I don't know. Tina, they're flop.
Now you know, right?
I'm doing this.
You need knee hugger pixies to ride them all. She said that the chicks were from Hobby Lobby and they were $3 each on sale. Although right now, likely maybe you could find some of them on clearance. Yeah. I'm not sure. But I have more pictures. This is just the first one. I love all the different styles of bunny knee huggers or pixies. I mean, the one in the center with the red hair, that's a Kamar.
Yep.
But some of the other ones I don't think I've ever seen.
That pink, the purple one.
Here they are.
Oh my God. I love it.
I love this so much.
God, this is so awesome.
Like, can't you just hear them like frolicking through the grass? I can.
Yeah.
And here's a close-up.
I love it.
I know. I've never seen the one on the left in the brown, and I've not seen the one in the pink.
Nope.
Ever either. And then here's a close-up. So the one on the left in the yellow is the original, the OG cowboy pixie riding the chick.
He's angry too. Like he's on a mission. He's gonna win. He's like, ride him, chicken.
It's like they're having a race.
This
it's kind of like the Kentucky Derby of Chixies. Pixies riding Chixies, right?
Oh my God, I love this.
I love it.
This is good.
So creative.
Yeah.
So good.
That purple one in the middle with like the face. It's like the cloth, like the cloth face. I've never seen that. It's like a pose doll.
And the one next to it, it looks kind of like it has a hand painted little face.
Oh my God, these are so
I love them all. I can't pick a favorite. They're all fantastic.
Love it.
Thank you for playing with your dolls, Kate.
I love it.
We all appreciate it. And thank you for sending all those in. Target birds would be a great idea to do that with those two.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. Now I got the wheels. The wheels are turning.
So good.
So good. Thank you, KB. We appreciate you sending all those in. That was so much fun. All right, you guys. As a reminder, next week for Fantastic Finds will not be on Thursday. No. We'll be on Monday the 12th, and also the following week, Monday the 19th. Yes. So 2 weeks in a row will be on Monday. I will get those broadcasts up there so that you can set reminders. I know because it's a weird day, so that we can get those up there. And thank you guys all again so very much for hanging out with us week after week. We appreciate you guys so much. Then, Karen G and Kim, thank you ladies both so much for all of your help as always. And Jason, you have anything else you want to say?
No, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your night and rest of your week. And we'll see you on Monday. All right.
Have a good weekend.
Good night.